Smash that like button, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Share the show with your friends. Follow me on all platforms at Oz the Crypto Goat. All lowercases, no spaces. We are live on Abstract, Twitch, and TikTok. Thank you all very much for showing up and showing out. We got a special guest today from prison to blockchain. We're going to talk about his story, my story, and some crypto. We're going to look at the charts, do some free A for you. Everybody loves free A, right? I know y'all love the free A. That's why you guys are really here. You guys don't care about the info. You don't want to put in the work. You don't want to grind. You want a free payday. I get it. I get it. And that's why I'm here. I guess I'm here to do all the work for free, right? Anyway, I'm being hyperbolic. But we'll give you a little free A today if you're nice. If you're liking, if you're subscribing, if you're a super fan, or you're showing engagement, you're giving a little gift or something, you get some TA, all right? And it's still free A because all you gotta do is like for it. All you gotta do is hit the like button. It don't take that much work, right? So let's work together as a community and blow this show up, guys. Let's make it massive and be what it's intended to be, right? Revolution, good to see you. Everybody put a W in the chat. Get the chat rolling fast. Get the likes rolling fast. The more engagement, the more quickly, the better the algorithm is for us. We need W's in the chat. We need emojis in the chat. We need goats in the chat, baby. Yeah, let's get the goats rolling. I'm going to open up, let's see here. Get the Discord rolling. Just so that we have the... I want the voice channels. We want Camera. Comment bait more often. Like, what do you mean comment bait? Like, listen, guys, Bitcoin is a meme coin, ladies and gentlemen. It's a meme coin. And if you think it's not a meme coin, tell me otherwise. What is free A? Free A is free technical analysis. That's what free A is. It's free technical analysis. You tell me what you want me to TA for you, and I will do it. Obviously, I'm being a little bit hyperbolic right now because we're trying to boost the algorithm a little bit, right? But you guys want some good TA? I would say one of the best in the space. I got you. This is the last market pump before the bear market. I mean, we've been in the bear market. But yeah, moon cycle pump. We had a small little pump right here. Was the new moon was like the 22nd to the 24th. And then the full moon is around the 4th through the 5th. That's where we are. And so now we're headed back down. And if you think that that's not real, moon phases is actually an indicator on TradingView. And it's goated. It's pretty accurate here. Zcash crashed so hard. Yeah, we're gonna dump. I think we're gonna dump here. I thought that maybe Bitcoin had a flat bottom inverted flag. But now that I'm looking at it, it looks like we could potentially come up here and touch the top here at 95. Okay. And look at, I drew this a while ago. I drew this back in December 19th is when I drew this line. Okay. And it's followed it. And I just kind of threw it out there, right? So it looks like we're going to pop up here maybe to 95. A little bit of hopium. Maybe we go to 96 and that's it. But the issue with that is, let's see, let's get rid of this. Well, we'll move it. The issue with this is an inverted, or this is a bear flag. So I thought it was a flat bottom, but we have this little thing here. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to pop up here to like 96, right? It doesn't necessarily have to do that to fall, but I believe that this is the bear flag right here, guys. Maybe it's more like this, but there's your bear flag, right? So and this is an ascending wedge, you know, which is bearish. Boom, it's going to come down. We're coming back to 75K. Get ready for it. Buckle up, Buttercup. If you ain't buckled up yet, I sure hope you do soon, because we're in for it. So that's a bear flag, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for the gifts, Revolution, TikTok seller. You guys are awesome. You guys are the real ones, man. I appreciate you. Smash the like button, guys. Everybody together, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Share the show. Share it out to all your friends. Comment, you know, engage in the show. We are battling the algorithm right now. And not only that, like, we're battling major competition. Everyone's live right now at our time, when nobody used to go live during our time. So we do have some major competition, and we're just coming back into the space. So it's going to be an uphill battle. Why is H-bar crashing? Everything's crashing, bruh. Everything is. You think it's crashing now? Give it a couple more days, bro. Give it a couple more days. You're in for another major crash. Let's look at H-bar. I'll tell you why. But Husty, Hutsy, I'm only doing TA for people who are either following me, they're hitting the like button, they're you know, sending gifts, or just giving any kind of engagement right now. So we got to thank you for the follow. I appreciate that, brother. Hit that like button. Thank you, bro. I got you, bro. I got you. I appreciate that. And, you know, if you can't send gifts, guys, gifts are great, and they do go to help, you know, pay the IT guy here. And, but, you know, if you can't give, you can always just engage. Just put a W in the chat, put an emoji in the chat, put a goat in the chat. Goats in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody right now, hit the chat with a goat emoji. So here's the deal. I know people would say that this is a descending channel, but it's not. This is what you see in the cycle, okay? You see this cycle right here? You see this cycle right here? What did it do? It peaked up and then it ran down sideways like that. This is a mirror of what happened right here. Look at right here. We have the push up here, a double bottom here, a pump, and then a descending channel to the bottom. Same thing here. So we should continue on H-bar pretty much like that, all the way down to, I'd say, 7 to 3 or 4 cents. Bellstar, how's it going? So that's normal. We're literally mirroring a previous cycle right here. This was 2023, right? March, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October 2023. Now this took a long time. We took a whole year through here, but we're basically finding a bottom. Either we're at the bottom, and the bottom is here at 9 cents, but I don't think so, because we should go into despair in the cycle. We should drop lower. We could just continue on like this. That's what we're looking at right here. I bought 5 XRP. Will it go to 10K and I'd be a millionaire? Absolutely not. I'm sorry, but it won't. I hate to burst your bubble, guys, but it doesn't matter how much money. Let's just say that XRP is adopted and trillions or quadrillions of dollars are flowing through it. It gets its value from the people that hold it, not from money that flows through it. Okay, so it won't hold any major value. I hate to break it to you, but it just is what it is. I know you were probably sold a bill of goods. Revolution, thank you for the galaxy. I appreciate you. What crypto stocks are you currently invested in? I mean, as far as, so here's the thing is I'm invested in silver and gold and copper, but not in stocks, in hard assets. I'm invested in steel and different metals, right? I've been in that for the last 15 years, right? But I hold hard assets. I don't hold paper, right? Because it's not real. The paper notes of silver are going to come crashing down, and there's nothing there. There's nothing to back it, right? They're trading silver that doesn't exist. So I hold on to the hard assets. I was literally today going through all my coins, looking for all the silver coins, because I've been saving change for, God, a freaking decade. And so I've been going through and finding, what is silver and what's not. And so, basically that's what I'm into. But as far as like stocks and crypto, I trade in crypto, but I'm looking for more like low cap coins with a small, amount, couple grand, nothing crazy, right? That I'm trading. I'm not holding it, I'm trading it, right? And I take wins, I take losses, and but I make more wins than I do losses. What stores do you buy silver, copper, or gold? Honestly, I buy them at like thrift stores, yard sales, swap meets, things like that. I've been buying it like that for years. It's getting harder to find, but it's out there. I buy circuit breakers and I take the silver out of them. And so, a lot of times I get that stuff for free. I don't even pay for it. I also own a silver mine. So, I prospect a little bit. I'm actually going to start prospecting more. That's one thing I'm going to be doing. And I'll probably film it too. I was thinking about filming, doing the prospecting stuff, but I'm buying stuff pennies on the dollar. I bought 5 ounces of silver from a decorative piece that was made in the 1920s. I paid $2 for it, like 7-10 years ago. Where do you get circuit breakers and silver mines? I get circuit breakers at like yard sales and trash bins. Maybe like updated on a job site or whatever, and they had like a bucket of them, and somebody's got it at a yard sale or whatever, and I give them $1 for it, for the whole bucket kind of thing. Silver mines, I bought the land. I bought it at auction. So somebody owned the land, they owed taxes on it and whatever, and I paid for it. That's how I did it. If you're looking for more information on that, by the way, join the Discord link in my bio. I'm going to be teaching people how to refine precious metals, how to search for them, where to find them, because you don't even have to refine them. You can just bundle up the raw materials and they're worth money that can be sold. You don't have to do anything. Let's see. Wait till probably March for what? Wait till March for what? Like to buy again? I would say March. Here's the thing is if we're still in a 4-year cycle, do you want to hold a coin that earns no APY, or do you want to hold a stable coin that's going to earn you APY for the next 3 years? That's the real question, right? Do you really want to be stuck holding an asset that's potentially going to come down more, or do you want to hold a stable coin that's going to earn you APY for the next 2-3 years, and then you can strike when the time is right? Beware the itis of March. Beware of ideas of March. Is that what you're saying? Everyone keeps saying March, March, March. I don't know where it's coming from, but I don't see it. Maybe like we'll have a downward and then up in March. But after March comes April, May. Sell in May, go away. So maybe March is the top after it bottoms. Like I don't see what everyone else is seeing. Every chart that I see that someone's like, oh, look here, this is what says it's going up. I'm like, that, no, that's a false indication. I'm seeing nothing but misinterpreted charts and false indicators. So beware what people TA, you know. Do your own research. Learn how to do TA. I teach a TA class. If you're interested in learning TA, I'll teach you. Join the Discord. I do all that in there. So click the link in my bio to join the Discord. If you are having issues getting into Discord, all you need to do is copy it and put it directly into your browser, and the link should still work. And make sure you guys are smashing that like button, subscribing to the channel, share the show with your friends. Thank you, Revolution and TikTok, for all the gifts. Chat, don't make Revolution and TikTok give all the gifts. You know? Yo, what's up, bro? Nice, a silver mine. Yeah. I got lucky on the silver mine. It's not an active silver mine. It's just a mining claim land with buildings and stuff, right? And there's a mine shaft in it. So I don't even know if there's any more silver in it. Who knows? But somebody might, you in here, you guys are like, oh, I want a silver mine. Like somebody's going to be interested in it, right? So who knows? It could take 20 years to, you know, actually process and start a silver mine up. So all y'all who are like thinking like, oh yeah, whatever, like, yes, good time to buy a silver mine right now. Good time to invest into that. Silver mines won't see a return for another 20 years, but that means the price of silver is expected to go up because there are no mines open or really functioning right now, or no new mines anyway. So it'll take 20 years to actually produce that product. Remember the goat boss? All right, you guys send in goats and I'll baa like a goat. Is that what I have to do? Do I have to dance for nickels? Is that what it's come to? I have to dance for nickels and baa like a goat. Tech CEO with the laugh. That shout out to Tech CEO. That's his line, dancing for nickels. I completely stole that from him 100%. Make sure you give him a follow. Dance for nickels is my only hope, right? That for real, bro. Like, guys, my boy over here is actually dancing for nickels, like, and shout out to him, right? I can't do it. All right, I can't do it, but yeah, that line, and credit should be given where credit is due. If I'm gonna steal a creator's word or whatever, and especially if they're in here in the chat, you are gonna get a shout out, okay? Like, a lot of people steal stuff from me and they don't even give me credit for it. I don't care, whatever, it is what it is. But you are going to get you're going to get recognition if here. Don't follow your dreams, follow me. Absolutely. Yeah, follow me as well, and also follow Tech CEO, follow Revolution. They're great people, creators here in the space. Starks as well. Starks is a creator. Glad to see you, brother. Everybody, make sure you guys are hitting that like button. Let's see if we can get to 250k likes today without clickers. No auto clickers, all right? No auto clickers on this live stream, guys. The auto clickers will mess you up unless you have it set up a certain way, and I can teach you how to make your auto clicker not get flagged. But it'll not only hurt your channel, it'll hurt my channel. No auto clickers, guys. We don't click. Oh my god. Dude, remember back in the days? Hey, and you think that you're the only ones clicking? I'm right here with you guys. I'm clicking too. I'm doing half the work here. Look at, I'm cheating. All right? So don't think you're all alone. Don't think you're doing. We're trying to boost this algorithm. We've been off and for a while. Randomizer and slight movement. Exactly. You've got to be careful with your auto clicker. You've got to be smart. What I do is I tape down where it filters through the different speeds and it makes it cycle through all the different speeds, and then I'm moving it constantly like this while I'm doing it. And so there's still a human aspect to it. Yeah, and you got to pace it. You got to make it slow. And what I do is I'll have it click slow and then I'll click next to it as well. And it like doubles up. Guys, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share the show with your friends, follow me on all platforms at Oz the Crypto Goat, the #1 live stream on Abstract for 6 days in a row. Let's go for 7, 6, 7, baby. 6 days in a row. We have been the #1 top of the charts for the show on Abstract, which is absolutely phenomenal. I feel very blessed and appreciative to be a part of the Abstract community. We're literally live streaming on the blockchain, chat. Live streaming on the blockchain, Ethereum network. If you're not using layer 2 technology and you're invested into crypto, what are you doing with your life? Educate yourself, learn how to actually use the tech. You can literally live stream, watch live stream, game, do all kinds of different things on the blockchain, guys. It's not just about buying tokens and your bag pumping and cashing out for fiat. There's so much more happening here, and we have the opportunity to be involved in it early on, guys. Early on. It's phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Thank you guys, everyone that's tapping away right now. I'm gonna stop tapping so I can know who's tapping. I see you guys are still tapping. Oh wait, yep, they're still coming in. The taps are still coming. Thank you guys. JFM, thank you for the roses. Thank you for the heart me. Yeah, we need to get the heart me's too, guys. The heart me's are important. The more heart me's we get, the better for the algorithm. There's something about it, and they're a penny. JFM, it is so great to see you. It's been a while. Glad to have you. We got to get the whole team back. We got to get the squad back, right? It's been months, 2 months since I've been doing the show. And so we got to kind of boost the algorithm a little bit. And we're having a good time doing it. You know what we're talking about? Does anybody else have a project they want me to TA for them? Anybody want some TA? We got Bitcoin right here. Okay. This is my Bitcoin prediction right here. That's what I see for Bitcoin. We got an ascending wedge. LF Goat, baby. LF Goat. How's the music volume? Is the music volume good? All the audio's good? Cool. Appreciate you guys. Everybody, Beam? All right, let's look at Beam. Now we're talking. I want to do some free A right now. Some TA for free for you guys. I'm in the mood to TA right now because you know why? I'm expecting a dump coming. I'm expecting a dump, and I'm here to help you guys. If you guys want to know when it's going to pump, you're going to have to do that on your own. Or you got to be a part of the community and see what's up. A cup and handle on what? Cup and handle on BTC right here. You think that's a cup and handle? Cup and handle is from a bullish push into it, not a bearish drop into it. Opposite. It's the opposite if we drop into a cup and handle than if we pump into cup and handle. A little free TA learning for you. A little bit of free learning for you. All right, we were going to look at Beam. Beam. Little bit of free A for you, because that's all you really want, guys. I know what you want. You want me to do all the work for you. I get it. All right, here's Beam on the daily. What do you want me to look at for you here? It's only been out since December. There's nothing. There's no TA that could possibly exist for something this new. What I would recommend you to do is look at how it mirrors BTC. It's kind of like this cup and handle, everyone's saying, but the market's about to go bearish. So this thing is probably going to drop. All right. Moon cycle, that'll tell you where it's going to go. We're about to drop. Everything's about to drop. So buckle up. Obviously not everything, but the majority of things are going to drop. But this is a new release. It dropped down, it gets released, and it pumps up just over. It's done. This thing's going to do this right here. It's going to go. That's what you're going to see. All right. That's my prediction right there. That's what these new ones do. And then once it finds a floor, we're going to buy the floor. That's how it works. So new like this, I doubt it goes much higher. It's already passed. You got to remember, a lot of people got these airdropped or they're holding them for free. They're going to sell on it. Look at Pendle. You see a bear flag. Let's take a look at it. How much lower? I mean, there's no way to know on that coin because it's a meme coin there, or not a meme coin, a new coin. Excuse me. It's a new coin. There's no way to chart it. If you're asking about BTC, I'm thinking about 74, 75K. We're going down, baby. All right, let's see. It was Pendle. Let's exit the matrix. Is about to crack. Looking for the exit. Oh, the Loch Ness monster. Let's see, what am I seeing? What am I looking at? A bear flag. I mean, it kind of looks like it's building a bull flag, but not really. What time frame are you seeing the bear flag? It looks like a bull flag, but it's probably not. It's going to come down like this. This is not a bull flag. It just looks like it. People are going to FOMO this and say, oh, it's about to jump up here to whatever. No. Thank you, Bell, for the shares. Don't forget to share the show, guys. Send in goats and I will do the goat. I will do the goat for you. All right, if you send a goat, I'll do the goat for you. That's where we're at right now. Dancing for nickels like tech CEO. That's what it's come to. Fine. For the short time being, I will shill myself and degrade myself for your pleasure. All right, because we got to get this algorithm. We got to get it back on track, baby. Because we were champions in this space, and now we struggle. We struggle very much so. So I do need you guys. I need your support. Hey Oz, can you look at CC? I got you, bro. Absolutely. How you doing, Seamont? It's good to see you, brother. We're back at it. Back to the good old days. Term of the day, it's going down like this. Exactly. Starks knows what I'm talking about. I've been talking about 74K zone upcoming for like a month or two now. Actually, it's been longer than a month or two. All right. I've been saying 74K was on the table, I think, since like September, seems like. 74K is definitely on the table. Honestly, I think 45K is on the table, but we're gonna hit 74 first. All right, let's look at CC. CC. I'm excited to see you back, bro. You have been out having fun without us. I know, right? We've been having a good time. Oh, look at, I think it's coming down, to be honest with you. It could potentially come up here and touch for a new, I don't think this one, let's see, how old is it? It's been out since November. It could be topped. Okay, it could be topped, but I would say keep an eye out for 20 cents. 25 cents for sure. Like, it's probably not going to go past 25 cents. You have to understand, like, this thing's a rug, okay? It pumped right when it released. It rugged out hard. It ran down, and now it's recovering back to its original price, okay? Everybody that got in before and early, they're in profits right now. They're going to just continue to bleed on everybody. So, it's just too new. I know it looks like a cup and handle, but Bitcoin looks like a cup and handle too, right? And that's going back to December 9th. Okay, CC is going back to November. Okay, but still, nonetheless, we have that same cup and handle looking thing that Bitcoin is showing. And as we know, Bitcoin tends to move the market. So if we're going to see it do what Bitcoin's going to do, then more than likely this thing will break down. It'll probably fake up. I could definitely see it faking up at least to its original high of like 18 cents, right? And then drop. You know, because like people can say, oh, cup and handle, guys, everybody jump in, FOMO into this, it's a cup and handle, and everyone's just gonna on it, right? So just be aware of that. That is most likely the scenario. One Dope Nation says, you really helped me out. I'm trying to find a good trading platform for a brokerage that I can trade. What I would tell you to do is join the Discord link in my bio and get in there and reach out to me and I'll help you out. That's the best advice I can give you, is because I can just say blanketed random whatever. Let's talk in Discord. Let's get to figure out what your situation is, where you are located in the world, and so on and so forth. And let's figure out what's best for you. Yes, watch for scammers. Absolutely. And if you are a scammer and you come into the Discord, we're going to know right away and you're gone. So if you're legit, great. Come on through. All right, guys. Tell me, what do you think? I freaking love that. Do you guys even know what that's from? Does anyone even know what Cartman Bra is? By the way, we have been live streaming every day. So when I'm not doing this show, after the show, we play video games on Twitch and Abstract. Okay, and we talk crypto. We onboard newbies. So when I get put into like a group of people, you know, for a squad, I onboard the squad into crypto, right? In a good way. Like we're trying to help them make sure that the normies are onboarded in under a good wing, somebody that wants to take care of them and help them succeed instead of get them scammed, right? So that's what we're doing. We're gaming. So if you ever want to show up to that, make sure you click the Discord link in my bio. It's on Discord as well. And you can actually come on Discord and chat and talk with us and have a good time. Let's see here. Let's multi-guest. Let's see if somebody wants to come hang out and talk with us up here. Let's see here. Where is... Interesting. That is weird, because it used to maybe it's for co-host. That's what it is. I wanted to get Mr. Non-Fungible up here. What's up, Belle?
Yeah, he's a good guest.
Yeah, I like him. I was trying to get him up here because I told him I was going to send him an invite. He must have turned it off because he knew I was going to send it to him. Interesting. Oh, here we go. Here's somebody. Let's see here. Let's get some people in the panel. Why not? Let's open it up here.
Hey, what's good?
What's going on, brother? How you doing?
What's good, Oz? Not too bad.
What are you seeing in the charts, baby? Are you super bullish? Are we going to the moon, baby? Where are we going?
Nah, we're chopping sideways for a while, eh?
That's right. At least you see it too. Like, I'm not crazy over here, right? At least
No,
somebody's
no,
telling the truth.
It's a bit of uncertainty, but you know, it'll pass eventually.
I'm pretty dang certain right now. Like, obviously nothing's certain because, especially having Trump in office, like, nothing's certain. But I'm pretty certain because, like, literally, like, remember last year when Trump bombed Iran? You guys remember that, right? Of course.
Yeah.
How can we forget that,
Yeah.
right? That happened on the winter solstice, which was a new moon. Moon cycle is so goated. Okay, like it seems random and like, oh, it's not whatever. But I think we're just in a giant video game and we're just playing. Everything's coded, or it's all ritual, or it's all planned. Something
We need
like
some better
that.
memes for that.
You know, like it's too perfect. It's too easy to predict for me. Like I've decoded it, right?
In the
feel
Matrix, brother.
yeah, I feel like Neo looking at everything, like when I look at the charts and I'm seeing the Matrix in it, and I'm just like, oh, this is so easy. I know exactly what it's gonna do. I've cracked the code. It doesn't
When you
matter.
take the red pill, you wake up the next day and it never happened. You take the blue one, you might go down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, this is all a dream, ladies and gentlemen. I'm actually asleep, having surgery right now, and I just think that I'm cool on the internet, and none of you actually exist, neither do I. Maybe that's it. Maybe I'm laying face down.
What is
on the
it, conspiracy hour? Are we doing?
pavement. Why not, right? We do the rabbit hole stuff too.
Belle, how you
This
doing,
is
brother?
the Down the Rabbit Hole segment before our main interview. Thank you, folks. Stay tuned.
Yeah, exactly, right? That's what it is, pretty much. Like, we do both shows. So we do the charts. I game, but I'm also a rabbit holer, baby. Like, I'm in like every rabbit hole. Like I'm like digging new holes. I'm coming up with my own ideas. Cosmic Crypto, what is up, bro? Thank you for the
What do you
hand
think
hearts,
about
man.
gallium?
Which one?
Gallium.
Don't know what it is. What is it, like a?
It's a resource that like mostly needed into core Intel processors that like 95% is held by China.
So like rare earth minerals is what you're talking about.
Yeah, like palladium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All that
And
stuff is going to be
that's the-
massive. It's going to be. Why do you think we went to Iran? Do you think we went there for nuclear weapons? No.
Lithium.
Yeah, rare earth minerals. And honestly, what I think they did with the bunker busters, honestly, you want to go down a rabbit hole with me? I think it's all orchestrated. They knew we were coming in. They moved out whatever they're doing, and we sent the bunker busters so that we could dig even deeper into their reserves, because they found the largest reserves of like palladium and rare earth minerals and all kinds of stuff, right? So they had a mine. They moved everything out of the mine, and then we came in. We dropped 3 bunker busters, boom, 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 and then they're gonna go in and mine it all out. That's what I think is going on, right? And it's all in cahoots. Look at the Maduro thing, right? We went after Maduro. First of all, it looks like Iraq 2.0. Okay. Second of all, chat. When we captured Bin Laden, how many wardrobe changes did he have? Right? Maduro had like 4 wardrobe changes. Every time there was a picture taken of him, he was in a new outfit in the same day, mind you. This all happened the same day. 4 wardrobe changes. It's a farce. It's all theater. Everything you see on TV is scripted and plays out for you to be a
So we
fairy
brought
tale.
his stylist along?
Well, not a stylist, but like a change of clothes. Like, what prisoner have you ever known, especially if he's like, did we let Saddam Hussein have wardrobe changes after we apprehended them? No. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's never has happened. Like, he just had a change of clothes ready. Like, it makes no sense to me. Never, ever. And the thing is we have a bunch of boomers, right, that are in charge of the media and the space and everything that's happening right now. And they don't quite understand the internet and editing and TV and like we do, like the younger generations and even the generation below me, like what is it, Gen Z and all that? Like, they understand things that go over my head. And so it slips through the cracks. We've got boomers saying, oh yeah, that's good, let's do it. And they don't even realize, like, oh shit, this one little thing. That's why the internet's such an amazing thing for information, is because people can take it, and once it's up there, somebody can grab it and hold on to it. And so it never really disappears. Yeah, they can try to remove it, but it can always just pop back up, right? So I think they're making mistakes. I think they're getting noticed. I think they're figuring out that the emperor has no clothes.
Hey Oz, any idea of who's tokenizing the oil yet? Because you think that'd be the first one, but it seems they're dragging that out a little bit.
I mean, why would you want a tokenized oil when you can buy oil on the stock exchange? Isn't it the same thing? Like, what is the difference?
24/7 trading.
Yeah, but like,
there's lots of benefits.
I mean, yes, 24/7 trading. That's the only.
So Canton's
benefit.
taken on the copper. We've already had the gold on there for a couple of years, but I'm just wondering why they didn't have something like the oil, because that's what the currency revolves off, isn't it? Petroleum dollar.
I think yes and no. I think right now it does revolve off the US dollar revolves off of petrol, right? At the same time, I think that's the shift we're seeing. Is I think the real thing is the rare earth minerals, because we're entering in a new dawn, in a new age, in a new era of tech, AI, robots, things like that, right? So with that being said, we need those rare earth minerals in order to make that happen, right? So honestly, I believe most things are going to be, I think there's a lot of technology that has been suppressed, right? In 2020, Donald Trump signed the Release of Suppressed Technologies bill, which is to release and implement all suppressed technology into society by 2025. So that was last year. Obviously, things get delayed, just like ISO got delayed a little bit. It's going to be delayed, but basically, they want to implement this stuff into these hidden, forbidden technologies into society. So there's obviously new tech that we've never even seen before that's being developed and implemented right now. Okay. And it takes rare earth minerals to do that. I don't think we really need the oil so much anymore. Obviously, yes. But that's just for, the pushing and moving forward of everyday life and society, right? Obviously, oil is not going anywhere. Maybe they have like a free energy technology, something out there that they're just not ready to release yet, or they're building it. Who knows, right? Because let's say they are going to go robotic for every job across the world and replace everything with AI and all that, right? They're going to need a way to power it. Okay, so
if Bitcoin's like the energy currency and the US dollar is the petroleum currency, where are we going like in the future with that? Do you think they will take on more electrical energy than
it depends
oil-based?
It depends on what technology they have, right? It depends on what comes out. By 2030, the world's going to be unrecognizable. Trade routes are going to be different. Borders are going to be different. laws are going to be different. Everything's going to be different. Technologies is going to be different. There's no real way to know what's coming exactly, but we know that everything is shifting and resetting into a new everything, right? Everything is.
Well,
being
we can
reset.
agree. We can agree that Bitcoin is the energy currency.
Absolutely, because it's proof of work, right? So it takes energy to produce it. And one thing that I say is like, let's look at money for a second. Let's deep dive into money just a little bit. What is the real currency in life? Is it gold? Is it paper money? What is actually valuable in this world? What is the most valuable thing? Anyone got an answer for me?
Time.
Time. And what is a derivative of time? Labor. Right? Because you give up your time to produce labor, right? And that's what Bitcoin does, is it accomplishes a task. So it's doing a labor, right? It's doing calculations, right? That's the true value. We take our labor because we work for our money, right? We work and we get compensated in whatever it may be, wherever you live, right? So that is a medium that is a store of your time and your energy. Time and energy are the most valuable things. So that being said,
hypothetically, you could say that Bitcoin has provided like a income for a certain amount of people, not everybody, but as an investment for a certain amount of people, it's provided an income.
well, yeah, because if you're mining it, you've invested into a computer that is using time and energy to produce income, right? So essentially you've created a smart robot that does calculations to make money. It's working a job. We can agree, right?
Definitely.
So if time and energy is the true value, where does that leave Bitcoin? Now, obviously, if comes along another technology that can produce more energy in less time, it's going to be more valuable. But as of right now, this is what we got. Anyone want to speak on that? Anyone got an idea? Obviously, we're speculating. I gave Cosmic an invite to come up, but he declined. So maybe he's in the shower or something.
Yeah, in terms of energy, if you're looking at energy and what's going on with Bitcoin and stuff, then I think AI is going to be taking a lot of that energy away.
Yeah, and that's why I believe that they probably have a free energy source. You know, they've been speculating it for years. That's why I'm tempted to lean on the idea that the technology is there, it's been suppressed, and they're building it and are going to implement it soon.
Well, they leaned on the excess energy of nuclear plants. That's where they're building these big data centers. If you take a look around locations around America, where the data centers are, they're taking the resources of excess energy off the nuclear centers already. So there's that.
Absolutely.
Well, do you remember? Don't know if it was El Salvador, but they're using volcanoes for energy.
Have you seen the wave one? They have these like arms with floats on them, and when the waves move, they move like this and it turns.
They're like a caterpillar thing. Yeah, I've seen them.
Yeah, that's really cool. I like that idea. You know, there's a lot of energy I think that we lose out the exhaust pipe in a figure of speech, right? Not in an engine, you know, you have all this power that's you know, made by the engine, but you lose 20% of it in the transmission. You lose so much in the differential, and you lose so much in the pavement to the tires, right? So we have a lot of untapped potential energy that we're just not utilizing yet. We just either don't have the technology, or we I believe it's not that we don't have the technology, that it's more lucrative for them to be inefficient than to be efficient, but I think that that's going to change. Like, for instance, like your home, okay? The power that comes in to your home is at a certain frequency, right? But all your appliances run off of like 60 hertz. So the frequencies don't line up. So they're inefficient and actually use more energy than they should. If they built the motors, or they had a converter that converted the energy coming in from your home to align with the frequency of whatever it is you're using, then things would be more efficient and it would use a lot less power. So like I think more or less it's out of malice and greed that we are suppressed in our move forward with energy.
Well, that's always been the case. If something was free to create, yeah, then what you're gonna charge people for? There has to be something you charge for.
Exactly, it's about money, and that boils down to Thomas Edison and Nikola Tesla, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a whole nother rabbit hole. Don't forget to smash that like button, guys. Subscribe to the channel, share the show with your friends. Follow me on all platforms at Oz the Crypto Goat. We're jumping down some rabbit holes, obviously, and we're looking at the charts as well. Honestly, I think all of this goes together. The rabbit hole stuff, the media stuff, the adoption of crypto, or the adoption of crypto, or digital assets, whatever you want to call it. You know, I think it's all working together, and it's all a giant shift, right? I believe everything is shifting, and that's why I believe that the energy problem that we have is soon to go away, because they can't allow us to move forward into this AI robotic technical age with that problem existing.
Well, the way it's looking at the moment, you got certain states in the United States making AI data centers, which are going to have their own. I don't know whether it's a nuclear plant or a solar field or what, yeah, but they're having their own thing and they're keeping it completely off grid and off the internet because of the AI.
Right.
Now they're going to be producing a lot more energy than what they're using, but they're not allowed to sell it to the public.
Interesting. You know what's crazy about the AI thing is there's some places that are like testing AI and stuff, and they have it hooked up, right? And all the cables for it and stuff, while they're like testing and letting it learn and do different things, it's literally a guillotine that is manually operated. It's not electronical or anything, it's mechanical. And so at any point, if like this thing goes awry or whatever, they pull this guillotine and it cuts all the wires to it, all the power, everything. It's crazy.
Yeah, the dead man switch.
Exactly. I'll tell you, this AI stuff is scary, man. Did you see like the AI they were building? The AI wanted to copy itself and upload itself to the internet, and basically it wasn't allowed to happen, so it started blackmailing.
That was scary, bro.
Yeah, it blackmailed the people, the scientists or whatever.
Yep.
That's so crazy.
It blackmailed them on emails of all things.
Yeah, like the dude was seeing some dominatrix or something, and it
did you see that?
To his wife.
Did you see that one of the investors from Caterpillar that pulled out a couple of $1 trillion from investing?
Really? Why is that? I didn't see that.
Misuse of the machinery.
Interesting. See, I have in my
Concerns
Discord.
Israel.
Join my Discord, buddy. Anytime you have news or something like that, any article, drop it in the news section so we can like deep dive into it and cover it. And like, I'll respond to like, or Revolution will, and say, this is what we found. And like, we deep dive into anything you post into like the news or the rabbit hole stuff, crypto, new projects. So definitely get in the Discord. I would drop it in your Discord, but you banned me, bro. You slapped me with a banana.
He does it to all of us weekly, so feel special, okay?
I know, right? Like, what did I do, bro? I thought we were friends.
That's how you know he likes you.
Yeah, he rugged me on Waddy's live the other day. And then I realized that's just what he does. I'm just giving you a hard time, buddy. Don't worry, I won't rug you here, bro. Because I'm happy to have you up here with us. I don't do the rugs.
On the topic of AI, a certain state.
Oh yeah, all good, bro. I'm sorry, my bad. I'm just like cooking as well. Just
Hey, no worries,
trying to be in
man.
a little bit.
No
But
worries,
yeah, I'm
man.
here. Everything's sweet.
You're good, man. What were you saying, Starks?
I was saying on the topic of AI, there's a certain country at the moment that's starting wars all over the place in the Middle East. They made an AI to counter what's going on in the media, and their own AI turned against them. And they had to shut it down. I found it
Interesting.
hilarious.
Interesting. See, that's the kind of stuff I want to see. I want to see that in the Discord. If you guys see articles like that, please drop them in the news section or rabbit hole, whatever it is. I try to keep things really filtered in there. So like put things in the right sections, but I go through everything. If you post something to the Discord, I'm going to read it. I'm going to look into it. So please drop it in there, man. I'd appreciate that.
We need to write some letters to stands with crypto and to our legislature and our government concerning AI related and crypto things that maybe we want changed, amended, or, you know, a focus group for.
Absolutely. And you can do that on your own. It's this easy. Go to Google and type in, how do I contact my state rep? Boom. And look at, find your rep right here. And you just put in your address, city, and zip, and it'll give you their email, phone number, everything. You can literally call them. So, and what I would do is the best time to do this is during primaries. We're about to go into primaries right now. Right now is the best time to be ringing the bell, guys. Like, you can write them a letter about anything that you're concerned about. And it's their job to represent you. And I tell you, 99.9% of people don't even utilize this. It's usually like a group or a firm or whatever. If you're an individual that does this, they go like this. What? You know? And
yeah, the problem is these politicians, they don't understand anything of AI. So you can go tell them, right? But you might as well go tell a blind man to be a traffic warden.
And that's why we need
traffic lights. You know what I mean?
We need to hire the right people for the job around here. You know what I mean? Stop with the hiring people because of their race or whether they're a woman or a man or whatever. Let's hire the right people. Like, can we go back to a meritocracy where people were judged based on their merits and not who they are? Who cares if they, you know, what their past is or what they did? If they're the right person for the job, honestly, we're all human. We all make mistakes. We all do different things. Let's get the right people that know what they're talking about in, and quit having a what do you call it, a popularity contest. Like, we're having a great reset. We can all agree on that. Can we reset the politicians? For the love of God.
Well, this is the thing, and if politicians were doing their jobs, then the top 1% wouldn't have a say.
Yeah, that's true. I hear somebody tapping. Thank you for tapping away.
Sorry.
No,
I
you're
forgot.
good. You're good. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Don't forget to hit the like button, guys. Tap away. Share the show out. Share it with your friends. Let everybody know. I know there's a few big shows going down right now, so it is what it is. They'll come around here ending soon, and we should pick up viewership. But share the show out. Send a like. Send a gift if you can. If you can't, no big deal. All you got to do is hit the like button. Unfortunately, TikTok cares about money, right? So the gifts are what was that? The gifts seem to be what really pushes the algorithm. Honestly, I could care less about the gifts, but it is what it is. So, but if you can't give, obviously just hit the like button. And as always, anything that you give goes to the staff here. We still have the IT guy employed here, keeping everything running smoothly. Because honestly, I'll tell you what, guys, I know how to run audio and video equipment, but like the computer stuff and all of it, like it's more than I can manage. I can't put the show together, go live all the time, and edit the videos and make the content and do everything. Like, I need help. So that's why we have a quality show here, is because of viewers like you. We're PBS essentially. So thank you guys. I appreciate all of you that continue to support. And thank you to everyone in the panel here. Make sure you guys all follow everybody in the boxes down here. Okay, give them all a follow. These are all great people right here, and I feel blessed to have them on my show, and you should feel blessed to hear their opinions and their thoughts. That's the beautiful thing about TikTok, is we can actually come up here and have a conversation. It's not just me recording something and saying, everybody go buy XRP, it's going to 10K, and then that's it. That's the only information you get. You get that push and that pull here. And that's why I like TikTok, and I want TikTok to work. Things are changing with TikTok. I'm hoping that this new algorithm is better. Honestly, I don't know what it's going to be, but I'm going to give it another shot. We'll give it a shot. But please follow everybody in the panel here. They're great people, and I would consider them all my friends. So thank you all for coming up. We got about maybe like another 30 minutes for our guest.
Thanks for having me. I don't want to take over the show, so I'll drop down, but appreciate you.
Hey, take it over, bro. Here, I'm gonna put you on the.
Good.
No, I'm putting you on the main screen.
Next time we'll have a chat.
No, you're on the main screen now, bro. You can't go anywhere. You're stuck here. Oh, he rugged us. He rugged us.
That's Chillwell's specialty.
Wait, we got another Bell Star?
I'm tapping on my other account.
Oh, you gonna have both of you guys up here?
Oh no, I didn't mean to.
All right, let's disconnect it. All right. Thank you guys, all you guys, for showing up and hitting the like button and everything. Mother Dragons, how are you? Good to have you here. So Starks, tell me, what do you think, bro? Do you think the future is bleak or bright?
You want my honest truth or just what I tell people on TikTok?
I want the honest truth, brother. That's what this whole show's about.
Right, well, I'm thinking we're gonna have about 5-6 years of bliss entering this digital currency just to get everyone used to it. And when the live free, be happy policy has run for about 5 years, I think they're really gonna start tightening the leash on everyone. That's what I honestly think.
I agree.
Right now, you're in the honeymoon phase at the moment where everything's gonna be new. It's gonna look good. The grass is gonna look green on the other side. But when you get there, you're gonna realize, hold on, I was better off over there.
I agree. I think what they're gonna do is like everything is like a hardship right now. It's been that way for a long time. It's the fourth turning. I don't know if you know about the fourth turning, anyone in here, but it's basically a cycle that the world goes through, and the fourth turning is a time of great despair, right? And the fourth turning is over in 2028, 2029, I believe. So we're getting close to the end of the time of despair. However, we need that despair in order for people to cling to a new idea, right? And so we get this new idea that we're going to reset everything, we're going to change everything, everything's going to be great, it's going to be very blissful, like you said, and it's going to be the problem, and they're going to have the solution, which it will be the new problem, right? And everyone will come running with open arms, embracing their demise for a short-term Band-Aid fix, right? And then long-term, we lose freedom, we lose free speech, we lose everything, and we enter a society of full control, dystopian, live in the pod, eat the bugs life.
You know, I say that to people, yeah, and people like, nah, it's gonna be good, everyone's gonna live free, everyone's gonna be happy, right? I even hear people saying, oh, we're gonna have AI robots working for us. Well, if the companies are gonna have AI workers, why are they gonna employ one from you that's gonna break and need repairs that you gotta pay for when they can just run them directly from the company?
Right.
You know, it don't make sense. The only people that are going to benefit in this situation with AI is the institutions.
Yeah, and I think the whole AI thing correlates with UBI and what was the other thing I was going to say? Shit, I forget. But basically what I see is for the future is that everything will, or digital currency, that was the other thing. So UBI, digital currency, and AI are all correlated, right? So basically AI creates a faster way to do things. Crypto gives us a new way to fund and finance things, and UBI is a new way for us to receive payment because AI is basically taking over the jobs. Robots do everything for us, right? And so there are no jobs left. Obviously there'll be some, but there's more people than there will be jobs, right? So I think the start of it is the AI takes over, the robots take over all the jobs, and everyone's like, hey, I don't have to work anymore. And then the next thing they come in is with UBI and a universal based income, and so everybody gets an income. It's I'm not quite sure where the money's going to come from. My guess is from corporations will basically finally pay a tax or whatever, and they fund it out, just kind of like what we're seeing with tariffs.
That's never happening, bro. The only thing that's going to happen is the printing machines are going to come on permanently.
Well, that's what I'm saying is that's the cascading effect. So the next step is with that correlation is the digital currency. So then we're pushed out of the paper monetary system. We move into a digital asset system, and then we're under full regulation and full control over how we spend our money. There's no way to get around it, no way to get around taxes or whatever, and if it's UBI, obviously there's not going to be any taxes. I'm just saying, like, me personally, I think UBI is coming because if everybody gets laid off, and we're already seeing the beginning aspects of UBI right now in the US with the tariffs. They're talking about a tariff dividend everyone's going to get. They gave out stimulus checks to people. That's basically what UBI is. It's just going to be the printing of money and currency, giving it back. That's what it is now. I think it will change. Obviously, I can't begin to know and explain all of this, but I see the overall direction in which we're headed. And then therein lies the digital currency, which is the full control.
You gotta understand though, they're not gonna do that every year. They're gonna do it maybe for 5 years, and after that, no, we've transitioned now and we're not gonna do it no more.
I mean, for the meantime, this is very long term. I'm thinking 20, 40, 80 years into the future, right? Is what I'm seeing. That's a more of a short-term goal. I'm very zoomed out with this vision for the future. I'm talking about our children's future would be live in the pod, eat the bugs. They'll say, hey, you can't, they'll have control of your money because it'll all be digital. There won't be paper money anymore. And it'll be, you know, you go to the store and say, hey, I want to buy some meat, and they say, hey, you spent too much, you've used too much meat credits, you can have cricket soup. You know, you'll live in the pod, you'll eat the bugs. You'll say, oh, I want to go on a trip to wherever, and they'll say, no, you can't go there because your carbon footprint is too high. You need to lower your carbon footprint, blah, blah, blah. And people will live in the pod and eat the bugs. That's what I see. Obviously, I don't know. I'm speculating, but it sure does seem like the dystopian future we're headed down.
I'll tell you something. If I could, you know what? Yeah. I'm willing to put money on what you just says. I ain't even lying.
Bro,
you just
we ain't gonna be alive in 80 years.
To say to you.
We ain't gonna be alive to see it. That's what I'm saying. But if I'm right, I'll tell you what. I will leave a silver dollar, a Liberty back on your tombstone if I'm still around.
Can't we just have like spirulina and like zucchini? Do we really have to eat the crickets?
I mean, yeah, because you got to have protein, right? Obviously beans or whatever, but crickets have, you know, more than just protein in them. We have to have a sustainable food for the future, right?
Isn't that what guinea pigs and quail are for?
What's that?
Quail and guinea pigs.
Snack Attack CEO says the guy's TA is a joke. Damn, I feel bad for you, brother. You know what I would tell you to do is you should probably buy this dip, man. Not financial advice, but I'd put it all in right now. I'd go all in, and then once we hit about 75K, sell it then. Buy the top, sell the bottom. That's what I would tell you to do. You're going to do really well that way. Not financial advice, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I would tell you to do.
You know,
hurry up and buy, guys.
A lot of different opinions. I have a lot of different opinions to a lot of the TikTokers here. But making comments like that is uncalled for. You could do it in a more constructive way. That's just terrible.
Are you talking about me or them? Because I'm being hyperbolic, obviously.
That person down there making that comment.
You know what? I'm okay with it.
CEO.
We need the comments. We need the engagement. Part of what I do is rage bait. Obviously, this is real TA that is legitimate and is probable. But the rest of the community, most of the people out there, they don't want to push that narrative. They want everything to pump. The only content that gets pushed is pump content, not dump content. So at the same time, it does help the algorithm because the guy is in the chat. That's why I don't ban him anymore. I welcome it. You think I'm wrong? Come up here. Actually, Snack Attack CEO, I want you to come up here and tell me why I'm wrong. I would love to hear it because I'm not about hating people or discounting anyone's ideas. If you have something that I'm not seeing, I want to know because I want to make money too. So please, if you can TA better than me, I challenge you to show me what I'm doing wrong. You know,
G-Rod
anyone
had a
can
good
say
day.
that it's a joke, but tell me why.
Yeah, I'd like to know as well now, to be honest.
What was that?
I'd like to know as well.
Yeah, that's all I want to do is educate me if I'm wrong. Please say whatever you want, but have an argument to back it up. That's all I ask. Because if you don't, then obviously you're just, you know, rage baiting, but that's fine too. Go ahead, come on in and hit up the chat. I welcome it. G-Rod says, I love TA. I made 231% profit on it today. Dude, great job, man. G-Rod took my TA class. He was a hodler, and all he did was hold, and we were at the top, and he was like, what should I be buying? What should I be holding? And I taught him, I'm like, man, you need to be trading. And now he's making 231% trade profits. And instead of just losing his value, he's gaining value, whether it goes up or down. That's the beauty of this, is we make money
So
whether
it's good.
the market goes up or down.
Yeah, it's good to have a strategy, you know, for the way out as well. Not just for when it goes up, you got to know when to sell. I mean, me, on the 21 bear market, I sold all my Bitcoin and I bought a bit of gold. And that's done quite well for me now. So it's a win-win-win in that respect if you know what you're doing. But a lot of people, they invest, they see the money go up, they think it's going to go higher, and it slowly comes down, and they're just hoping that it's going to go back up again. And we end up in this little cycle. Oh, it's come down $2,000. Oh, it's come down another $2,000. Oh, it's going to go up now, but then it comes down another $1,500. And before you know it, you're sitting at 65K thinking, what happened?
Yeah. You know, it's sad that people just think that it can only go up, right? It comes down a little bit. They think, oh, it can only go up. I'm like, it really hasn't come down that much. It's up a lot. It's at 91K right now on Bitcoin. That's pretty dang high for a whole year of a bull run has gone by. That's pretty dang high, which is what leads me to believe like we're due for the correction. Obviously the hopium and social media has kept it up higher, and it's a little less more volatile than it was, but it is still volatile. At the same time, Bitcoin does follow gold, right? So if Bitcoin does crash down to 75K and doesn't recover back up to a new all-time high from there, that's a pretty good indication that gold is going to collapse next. Because it is a bubble. You got to remember, all these things that you're seeing that are up right now, it's at those prices because of leverage trading. It's over leveraged. So beware. I don't mean to be the boogeyman and scare you guys, but these things are bubbles. G-Rod says, shit, I make more money when it goes down. Exactly. Why do you think I'm watching for the dumps more than the pumps? And it's easier to tell when it's going to go down than when it's going to go up. So a lot of times what I'll do is I'll just look, and G-Rod does this too. We do this in the Discord. We look for something that's up 90, 100% and put in a short. And it usually comes down, and it comes down a little bit lower. That's how you're making that 231%. You've been like 80% shorts. Nice. Yeah, shorts seem to be the way to go right now. One thing I can tell you about the markets is a bull kick comes all of a sudden, all at once. It's very hard and strong, and it's shoots straight up, right? But when you see that, that should be your, hey, the market's out of balance. and it's going to come back down, and that's when you short it. And you can catch both. You can buy the dips, sell the tops, and short the tops. You know, you can play it both ways. It's very simple. Starks, do you trade, or do you just like buy and hold, or do you short? What do you do?
I'll be honest with you, up until about 12 months ago, I was a holder. I was holding Bitcoin from like 16K, so I've done pretty well in that respect.
Absolutely,
But one thing I noticed about 12 months ago, my banks weren't going up no more, and for about 6 months, they were just going sideways, and Bitcoin was going up, and the altcoins were staying down, and I weren't seeing no real gains. And about 6 months ago, I made a decision, I'm going to start trading, so I started trading. I don't trade every day, but I trade every couple of days on like sure things, you know, when they hit the channel lines and stuff.
Yeah,
but that's what I'm doing. I don't think you're gonna make much money holding anything other than Bitcoin in this current market.
right. We need, if you're gonna buy and hold, you need to wait for a smart money zone to buy, right? And that's gonna be 74K or lower.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's too high to buy.
For me now, I mean, I exited 1, 2, 3, and I exited most of it at 110. Right, for me to buy at this price is going to be pure stupidity, because if we come down to 40, I'm still going to lose half.
Yeah. And
hey, Mohammed, you got to tell these people you got in early too, though.
Yeah, absolutely. I got in the bottom of the bear market.
Yeah.
Yeah, 16K was that sweet zone, and I wish I'd bought more then. But I didn't really believe in Bitcoin. I was still sold on the idea of the beta test coin back then. You know,
I bought in at 17.
yeah.
Okay.
Nice. Welcome to the 2-digit club, sister.
I mean, I told my parents about Bitcoin years and years ago, and they didn't even buy it till it hit 50. And they ended up holding it until it went up, and like they were about to sell it at a loss. And I said, no, just hold on to it. Wait a couple years. It's going to go up. I said, it's going to see 90K for sure. I was like, it'll probably go a little bit higher, but I would start taking profits at about 90K. And here we are. That's the level we're at right now. So let's say they held through and now we're entering the bear market and they get out at 90K now. They're in decent profits from 50, you know, but, you're not going to see much more, honestly. I just don't. There's not enough newbies and normies coming into it, right? Not enough.
Did I share a little story with you?
Hey, Oz, I'm gonna be the devil's advocate here. Yeah, there's not newbies coming, but if we just see just 1% or 0.5% of the stock market moving into crypto, there's going to be a lot of money flowing in. There doesn't have to be newbies to come in.
Yeah. The thing is, I think most of the people. Hold on. Let me just push back on that thought real quick. I think most of the people that are going to come in from the stock market are going to be small-handed investors. People aren't going to move, and it's going to be mostly retail people, and they're going to move a small portion of their 401k into it, you know, and just allocate a little bit of risk into their 401k. And that's really all we're going to see. Big whales are probably not going to move too much into it right away. I think what you're going to see is more whales come later, but they're going to know better off to wait for the bottom to buy. They're not going to buy right now.
I think he was talking about tokenizing the stock market rather than whales.
Yeah. I mean,
I thought you were talking about like ETFs.
No.
No, he said about tokenizing the actual stock market. There's only one problem with that, my friend. If that does happen, right, where's all this digital currency going to come from? Right? It's going to be like buying OTC and then selling on the market. That's going to be a bit concerning. When they transition from the stock market to the digital market.
Let's see here. I think we got our special guest here. What's up, buddy? How you doing? I'm gonna go ahead and rug all you guys, and you guys can come back up after the show.
Nothing new. Keep rugging us, Oz.
I'm gonna rug
Just a
G-Rod
joke.
last,
Just
though.
a joke. Just a joke.
I'm gonna rug you last, G-Rod.
Rug me first.
Nope, you're last. If you're not first, you're last. All right, thank you for coming up, buddy. I appreciate you.
Yeah, not a problem.
Yo,
What's up, Oz?
What is going on, man? Here, let's expand you up here. Everybody, go follow my boy, Prison to Blockchain, right here. You got a camera on today, or are we just doing the? There he
I got
is.
you. How you doing, Oz?
Good, man. Good to see you. Thank you for coming on today.
Nah, thank you for having me. I'm flattered for real. Honestly.
Thank you. So, first of all, who are you? What do you do? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name's Zoe. You know, I'm from West Virginia. I'm an HVAC technician, and I'm now investing in cryptocurrency. You know, I'm not really a technical guy. I'm just a street hustler from the street since I was 13, 14 years old, and been in and out of prison 90% of my life. And I was looking for a change, and cryptocurrency fell in my lap.
So one of the reasons I had you come on here is because your name, Prison to Blockchain. So you said you spent 90% of your life in and out of prison. Do you mind talking about that a little bit more, or is that like a subject you don't want to touch on?
Nah, I'm not ashamed of it because people need to understand what happened, because we make mistakes. It ain't where you're being, it's where you're going.
Absolutely.
So I started selling smugs in 1996. I was around 13. I ain't dropped out of school to around 9th grade. But full throttle on the streets since then, at early 90s, and ended up going to juvie from 17 to 18. Got out at 18. Then at 22, I got caught with a key of cocaine and ended up doing time for that. Got out at 28, went back at 32. And now I'm 42, and here I am.
Dang, you did that long for drugs?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Because of sales or something like that?
No, my last one, I got 9 years over 2 ounces. 9 years.
That's crazy, bro.
I did 7.5 off of that 9.
That's a lot. Hey, did you sign a deal? You got hit with that? Like what happened?
Nah, somebody wore a wire on me the first time. Got the 9 years.
They got you snitching. Dang.
Mm-hmm.
And so was that a federal case or a state?
Yeah, my last one was a federal case.
That's why you did so much time. Damn.
Yeah, my first one was a state case, but they pulled me over on a freeway coming from Columbus, Ohio to West Virginia,
Damn.
And,
cross state lines, federal offense.
I didn't cross the state line yet, but they got me right before. That's why I did the 6 years for that the thing of coke, the brick. Let me say that. I ain't gonna say the C word.
Yeah. For the rocks.
Yeah.
For the drywall.
Yeah.
My boy was slinging drywall. Hey, you know what?
Yeah.
Everybody's got a pass. I'll tell you what, throughout my life, if you don't mind me telling a little bit of my story, because I told you we have more in common than you think. And this is a story that I've been wanting to tell everyone for a while, that I've been kind of waiting for the right time before I actually did it. And I felt like it was best to do it here with you, because look at you, what you've done with your life. Where you came from, and here you are. You're on TikTok. You're doing something positive with your life. You're educating people in digital assets and I see some of your lives. It's not even all crypto. Like, you guys are just talking about life and being positive with life, and like I saw that and I was like, man, like this guy needs a platform. What you're doing is the right thing, and you're not out here trying to shill coins or nothing like that. Like you're looking for knowledge and education, and you're trying to spread what you have as far as knowledge and education with the class. And I absolutely respect that, bro. So like, you got my stamp of approval. Everybody follow my boy right here.
Appreciate you.
Absolutely, man. But one thing I want to tell you is, so like I said, we had something in common. I actually, the difference with me is I was innocent. Right. I obviously, I guess you're admitting to it. You did something, you had a wire or whatever, but the system comes down on people.
Yes, it does.
And it seems like, nowadays, it's even easier for someone to catch a charge, have their life thrown away, lock you up. I was looking at 14 years. And I did about a year in county. I didn't actually get to prison. I got a suspended prison sentence.
Yeah.
So I'm currently serving 4 years in prison, out of prison right now.
Yeah.
But what happened to me so I carried a firearm legally for the last 10 years. And I had a license to do so and everything. And I came home from work. I was working in LA. Came home. I was gone for like 10 days at work. I come home and a bunch of people had broken into my house and were robbing me. I had my previous podcast at the time.
Yeah.
And I called the police or whatever, and I get out of my truck and I'm like, hey, like, what are you guys doing in my house and whatever and whatnot, right? And they like basically surrounded me and were like getting very aggressive. One guy like took his shirt off and he's like, gonna fight me or whatever. And I basically, all I did was I said, hey, back up, I got a firearm. They ran into my house and the cops showed up. And they called the cops on me after I'd already called the cops. They said that I pulled a gun out on him and pointed it at him, which I should have had the right to do. It's my own damn house.
Yeah.
Right? And because I live in California, bro, they arrested me. They claimed squatters' rights on my house and were able to legally rob me. They took away my home, everything I had in it, and my freedom. Bro,
that's some BS right there.
Yeah. And I was staring down the barrel of 14 years, bro. And they didn't want to cut a deal. They didn't want to do anything. They were like, we got you. Because, they showed up. They found my gun in the car. I told them where it was. I'm like, yeah, it's in the glove box. It's right there, whatever, And they're like, all right, we got him. He's got a gun or whatever. And like, I wasn't even doing nothing, bro. And so like, but hey, despite everything that happened, and when I was locked up, everybody was like, hey, don't take that suspended sentence. Don't take it. They're going to get you on a violation. You're going to end up doing those 4 years. So I actually made it through my probation and served my probation. And so now I don't have to do those 4 years. Now, I'm not sure if I do get in trouble within that 4 years. I think I can still go back, but I ain't gonna do anything. So like, obviously, right? So, but like, dude, they tried to violate me several times, man. So like, I had my firearms in my name or whatever. I had to transfer them out of my name and stuff because I had an arsenal, bro. Like, I had a lot. Dude, it was a lot of money just to get them out of my name, and I'm just out of jail and everything. So like, I had to fire sell them and everything. It was a big old ordeal. I lost a lot of money. But basically they were like, oh, well, you didn't submit the paperwork to the court or whatever. They tried to put me right back in prison when I had done literally the next day I was out. I had all of them sold. It was done. Right. Went Turner's and dropped them off. Said, take it. But yeah, they tried to hit me with that. And then there was another one. I'm supposed to check in with my probation officer. And I checked in a day early, right? Because I had to work. And they tried to violate me for not checking in on time. Because I didn't check in on the day. I checked in a day early. I'm like, are you fucking serious, bro? Like, they wanted me to go back to prison. Everyone was right. Like, dude, I came so close. There were many times where I was like, I had to go back into court, and I was, any given moment, I could have gone right back in, and I would have been shipped right off, man. But like,
see, one thing about the can I say to tell you this? Why they doing it to you? One thing about the system, right? They done already locked all of us BLK men up. That's what it's all about, right? So now they need beds, they need bodies, right? So they'll do anything to get a body because the system is worked off. That's how they get paid, off of bodies. You know what I'm saying? They get paid for our bodies.
It's a system to make money, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they need to fill that those cells up because they get paid on it, and
they get paid by the beds.
It's a money laundering system too. Like, most of them are owned by shell companies, owned by politicians that are making and enforcing the laws. Yeah, it's really bad, man. But one of the reasons I brought you on here to talk, I know we're going to talk some crypto too, but this is one thing that I wanted to use my platform for, is to educate people about the injustices that are happening in the criminal justice system right now. And I'm sure, because if you were locked up, then you know what I'm talking about. I was locked up during COVID, right?
Me too.
Yeah. Hey, did they give you the COVID meals? Did you go through that?
Did I?
Yeah, so
they had the cow house shut down. We was eating bologna sandwiches.
Bologna.
We were getting boxed lunches.
3 hot meals, man, and they were giving you bologna sandwiches it was not food. We were starving to death in there. And then
starving.
Did your section ever get shut down because somebody tested positive?
Listen, it was a prison full of 1,500 individuals, right? I'm in a federal prison in Mississippi, Yazoo, Mississippi. You couldn't leave the unit. Everybody locked in the whole unit. You feel what I'm saying? It ain't a like cells or nothing. It's like just an open barracks, and we all locked in there.
Yeah, so you were in GP in like the big population, a dorm, right? That's where I was. Oh, what happened? We lost you. Uh-oh, we lost him.
I got kicked off. I was disconnected.
Sorry, man. That was an accident. I was trying to expand you, and you got disconnected. Go ahead. So you were in a dorm.
Go ahead.
You were in a dorm. I was in a dorm. It was like 75 people in my dorm, and then in the wing that I was at had 5 different blocks of like 75 people in them, and that was just like
we had 150 in that motherfucker.
Yeah.
150, and you ain't going nowhere. And then like I used to pass the trays out, Oz. I ain't gonna lie to you. Let me get an extra. Let me get an extra. No, you can't get an extra. We gotta make sure everybody eat. But it was crazy though. I'm gonna tell you a story like what really changed my life. I didn't do anything to get in trouble while I was in prison. Try not to, but I was getting transferred from the inside the fence to outside the fence to a prison camp. Right, and it was during COVID, and they had me go through quarantine. Them some bitches forgot about me in quarantine and left me in there for like 3.5 months in a cell by myself.
They did that to me, bro. They left me alone, and when I say a dungeon, bro, like when you imagine a medieval dungeon, that's where I was. I was underground, and it was like old school. Like this place was built like during World War II, and it was a camp that they kept the an internment camp for the Japanese or whatever during that time. And bro, it was a 1-man cell, and it was basically the length of the bed was the width of it, and it was like you could put 2 beds, but 1 bed was missing, and that was like your walkway. 14 days in there, no TV, no shower, no the water that came out was brown.
Oh, Lord.
And when you flushed the toilet, shit water went everywhere.
I believe it.
And I was
believe
living
it.
in my own refuse like that for 14 days. It was awful, bro. It was,
no.
and they wouldn't let me have a book or a Bible or nothing. Like, dude, it was foul. I couldn't access the kiosk. I couldn't use the phone. They locked me in there and forgot about me for 14 days, bro.
Yeah, they did you wrong in there. That was inhumane right there.
And I no human contact, no nothing. And the only way I could tell time, because the lights are on 24/7, only way I could tell time was when the food trays would come. And that was it.
You know that coming. You know that's coming. In count time.
Yeah, they wanted me to suffer. And what was crazy is because I was in solitary, but they treated me like I was a solitary, like I deserved it or something, right? But I was only in there because I tested positive for COVID, which I know I didn't. I was not sick. But they got paid more money for every person. So every person came through with COVID. It was bad. And what they're doing in these prisons, man, it is inhumane. It is so bad what they're doing to people. It's downright evil. And one of the other things that, and I'm hoping that through this platform, eventually, maybe we can bring light to this and make a change. And I'm sure this goes on in every country. It's probably worse elsewhere. But like the air is like a recycled air system that comes through, and the water is recycled water. So you're literally drinking toilet water that's been like filtered, and they would not clean the filters regularly. So like every week or two, you would get this smell in the section, right? And it smelled like rotting flesh and shit. And it would come through the air vents and you could smell it. And I would like try to block it with like wet tissues and stuff to like keep it from coming down. But anyone that slept under a vent was sick all the time, always sick. And whenever I would smell that, I'd instantly put a mask on to like kind of filter it out. But they were like pumping this air, and whenever you would get that smell, then all the water, you would start to see toilet paper in the water. And it was like they weren't cleaning the filtration system of the water or whatever. And like the water filtration was on site too. It was bad, man. And they're poisoning us. It was awful.
And then like people, you can't buy bottled water in there. So people, you got to drink the water. You know what I'm saying? You cannot buy bottled water. And it's a little different. And I know what you're talking about. When I was at the federal prison camp, I seen how they did the water filtration system. They don't take care of it. They don't take care of none of that stuff. Half of them, they're just to get a paycheck. Half of the guards, they're just to get a paycheck. They don't care about us, you know? Some of them do, some of them don't.
They
especially
really
in federal prison.
Yeah. And I mean, there's a few people in there that are like caring or whatever. And I got moved to like a medical section because like I have like medical issues and stuff, right? And so luckily that was actually a good thing for me because there was a lot of old dudes with walkers and stuff. It wasn't as active as some other places, like where I first was at. It was like always popping off, man. They used to, I was in J Tank. They used to call it Jumpin' J because it was like, it was wild in there, man.
Yeah. Gladiator school in there, huh?
Yes, bro. And dude, and they be like people like me, man, I would get heart checked all the time. Every time I got moved somewhere, they did a heart check on me. I got put on the wall so many times by my own people just because, you know, they wanted to test me or something, man. And like, dude, it got to a point where I actually went ROP. I said, fuck all you guys. You guys are fucking with me. I ran my own program because, and this is my little segue back into economics and crypto, right? So I got a enlightenment in economics when I was in there. Because when I ran ROP, they tried to basically exile me, right? And I couldn't transact with anybody or do nothing or whatever. But luckily I had money in there, right? I had some money on my books. I got arrested with some cash in my pocket. So I taught everybody in the section a lesson in economics, right? I gained control of all the assets in there, which put a little bit of a target on my back at first. But once I started to like build up, you know, whatever I was doing, I became too valuable because like I could make anything. Like, dude, we had miniature golf. I had miniature golf. We had ping pong. I made a chess set. I'll probably bring it on. I'll show you what I made.
Yeah.
Like some of the stuff that I made. I was able to sneak some of it out. But I made a whole chess set out of like this Play-Doh that I made out of food. You know? And like I could make anything in there. I was making tattoo guns. I was, you know, you name it, I could make. I could make a fucking handcuff key that I made. I made a couple of them that were made out of like a carbon fiber type of material that I created in there. I used.
Lucky you didn't get caught with that.
Right. Well, I would sell them, bro. So like, it got to a point where I was so valuable. I had every resource at my fingertips, right? And I was balling in there. Like once I went ROP, like nobody could take, you know, tax my stuff anymore. And like I was too powerful because like, you know, I kept everything running, right? Anything they needed, I had it, you know, and I would go around and so like I like to drink at the time because I was bored, right?
Yeah.
So one time I got blacked out drunk. And mind you, it was on Black Friday. I got blacked out drunk. And I started some shit and I kicked somebody down the stairs and got into a big old tussle thing, right? And basically, this is when I decided to go ROP. They said, you can't drink alcohol anymore. You're cut off or whatever, right? And I was like, oh, okay. I'm going to teach y'all a lesson in economics. I gained control of every sugar and fruit product in that entire section.
That's the money.
And I hiked the prices up on everything because you couldn't produce nothing without me. I was like, all right, you're going to drink alcohol, you're going to pay for it. Right? And so then they couldn't do nothing about it because they needed me so much because I was producing everything else. I mean, I was making, you name it, I made it, dude. Like, it's crazy, like the shit I was making. Because
I believe it.
I'm an engineer, right? So like, it's my job to solve problems.
Yeah.
You know, so like dude, it was crazy. I made ping pong balls. We had fucking beer pong we were playing.
Y'all was having fun.
Oh, dude, I made a Monopoly board. And I made like the little dog and the houses and the thimble and the wheelbarrow and everything. Like, and we had and we called it Your Mom Monopoly. And I actually called somebody on the phone and had them list out the board and map it out to me over the phone so that I could like make a full life-size board of Monopoly. And the fucking the Deps come walking through and they're like, y'all played Monopoly? Like
they didn't give y'all games? They didn't give y'all games to play board games?
No, this was county. This was county. It's worse. Yeah, it's worse in county than it is in prison. Like you actually you're there to live there, right? So like you get a little bit more luxuries and stuff. We didn't have none of that. So like it was like all the luxuries that you would have in prison, but in county, like in my section. That's why they wanted me, bro. Like I was working on Connect 4 and I made ice chests, bro, out of the foam trays and shit.
Yeah, I'd have loved to have you in my pod.
Oh, bro, literally people would come to me. I'd be like, think of anything you want and I'll make it happen for you. I'll make it happen, Captain. And that was me, bro. It was, I'll tell you what, I had a lot of fun. There was a lot of times where it was cool, like chilling and, playing poker with the boys and stuff. There were fun times, but man, it was the most scariest, most unpredictable environment. You're always looking over your shoulder, especially like playing poker too. Like shit can pop off with that, you know. Every time you step in the shower, somebody might come at you or whatever, like, and there were many a times I fought for my life, bro. And it was at the same time, like, I never learned how to talk to people, you know. I my brain operates differently, right? And even on this app, man, I've struggled to deal and talk with people. But I learned a lot of how to people in there. So it was the worst time of my life, but I wouldn't trade it for anything, because it taught me how to be strong, you know. No matter what, nothing will ever bring me down.
And that's how I am in my life too right now, you know, after everything I've been through, because we go through things for a reason. That God wanted you to go through that to put you where you at right now, to test you, you know, because everything is a test. I wouldn't be here right now if I didn't go through the things that I went through, you know. So it's all about like measures of the heart, and I had to learn what I had to learn through this, you know, through these situations. And like you said, like my whole life been having to watch over my shoulders in the streets, my whole life, you know. So yeah, I don't regret none of everything. None of it. I'm glad I went through it, because I wouldn't be right here talking to you right now.
Absolutely.
You know, I wouldn't be into digital assets the way I am. You know, I don't think I would be where I'm at with the prison of blockchain community if I didn't go through what I went through. So I'm grateful for those trials and tribulations, you know.
And you know, I probably wouldn't have gotten so close with God if it hadn't been for being in there. Like, and people like try to educate me on the Bible. I'm like, have you ever sat down and read every word? Like, I had a lot of time on my hands. I read every word of it. I don't know if you're a believer or not. You are? So,
yeah, I believe in God. I don't follow a religion. I just follow God, you know.
Same here. And that's one of the things, like, I teach people. A lot of people are very dogmatic. They're like, oh, you're in the stock market, you're gambling, God says you can't gamble. I'm like, show me where it says that. Show me one place where it says it. They don't know what they're talking about, you know. But
I can tell you some scripture now.
Same here. And I think you know, religion's a little less dogmatic than what we're told. We actually talked about this last night on the show, is that a lot of what's in the Bible has been removed, changed, manipulated.
Yep.
And so it can't be dogmatic anymore, right? You just got to know what's right and wrong, and listen to your maker. He'll tell you what to do, you know?
And you know, and for the individual, what he's talking about is your discernment. You know what I'm saying? Your spirit, the inside of you. Because in Luke 17:20, right, it says the observation of God is not coming back the way you think. But then in Luke 17:21, the next verse, he says the observation of God is within inside of you. So we all have God within inside of us. You're the generator of your life. You're the operator of your life. And you're the destroyer of your life. You know what I'm saying? So we make these decisions. And that's what Oz was just breaking down, you know?
Absolutely, man. So tell me more about your situation, and so you do. Obviously, we talked about where we come from and what we've been through. Where are we at now?
You know, now I'm an HVAC technician, you know, for one of the biggest companies in West Virginia. Well, in Southern West Virginia. I'm an HVAC tech. I started in Tennessee. Then I moved back to West Virginia because...
Did you take the prison program to learn that?
I did. And on my first prison stint, I did. But when I got out, I ain't go back. I went back to the streets.
Yeah.
I was 28. I said, man, I went in at 22 because the age you go in is the age you are when you come out mentally, you know. You might have grown, but you got to think your life has stopped. It's like Groundhog Day. If you're doing the same thing over and over for years, your mind hasn't grown through life experiences.
Absolutely, man. So, like, tell me, like, when did you learn about digital assets and what got you into it? What got you excited about it? Tell me more about that, man.
All right. I took economics in prison too. Let me tell you that. Macro, micro, took accounting, took all of that. All right. So 2023, around March of 2023, I had downloaded TikTok, got on here, start scrolling through. And then somebody was like, ISO 222, they switching from Swift to the ISO messaging system, go buy those digital assets that's those cryptos that's ISO compliant. And I went and looked it up because I'm inquisitive. So I went and looked that up. What is ISO 222? Start researching. And I put Quant, XRP, XLM, HBAR, Algorand. And that's what started me. And here I am now.
Awesome, man. So let's talk about that ISO 222. Tell me, what is it? What is it?
It's a global messaging system for the banks, for all financial institutions to speak the same language, so we can move money cohesively. Because the money has a lot of friction right now. The money moves slow throughout the world. So if you move money wires, like say we move a wire, this for the people in the back, guys. I know you know. So if you move a wire across seas, it takes 7 to 10 days. People in power want their money to move instantaneously.
Absolutely. They also want it to move securely as well, right?
Yeah.
So like, let's talk about that for a second. So let's say, and I'll kind of segue back into the ISO thing. But let's say you're an institution, right? And you want to move some money. You got $10 billion you got to move, right? Now, if in the real world, if I want to move that money, I put it in an armored truck and I put it on the road and it moves down the road and it's safe and secure in that truck. It might take it a while to get there because of traffic and whatever and whatnot, but it gets there and it gets there safe, right? Whereas, would you rather trust the armored truck or the crackhead with a bicycle that can get it there faster?
The crackhead with the bicycle.
No, come on, bro. You trust the crackhead with the $10 million? You be Dave Chappelle with the largest rock in the world, bro.
I had to say that. I had to make you laugh, man. Hey, I like to have fun, man. We got to have fun in life, man. We only get one opportunity at it. But now that he right though, the armored truck.
Yeah, and I think that's why the next narrative will be privacy and security, right? Because we have to be private on what's moving where and where it's going, and it needs to be secure. If institutional money is going to be going through the blockchain, right? So let me ask you, what do you think delivers that privacy and security in the blockchain?
Metallicus ecosystem.
Who? Metallicus. Tell me more. Tell me more.
Metallicus is the only compliant ecosystem out there. Bank Secrecy Act, anti-money laundering. You know, it's built for the institution, built for compliance first.
And it's fast, right?
0.5 seconds, a half a second finality.
And what?
No gas fee, too.
Tell me more. Why it's secure? I like no gas fees. You got me. You got my ears going up like this because I've heard of Metallicus, but I haven't really deep dive into it. So please educate me a little more.
See, Marshall Hayner said it. See, Marshall Hayner is the co-author of the KYC and the co-author of the Genius Act. He's part of this whole system. He's just one of the brainchilds, like Jed McCaleb. I know XLM too. I love XLM too. So
me
I
too.
just like, you know, I'm a big XLM guy. That was my first ecosystem that I learned. But Metallica is like, they didn't set the link. You know how it's a lot of bridging going on with all of the hacks going on in the bridges. Yeah. Like when we moving money, it's like, that's what David Schwartz, he said, the hacks with the bridges, right? So Metallicas have created something called the Metal blockchain, and they got something called the Interbridge, the intra-blockchain. So it's going to stop all of the hacking. So it's created a sandbox for each of these digital assets to come into, to operate into their own sandbox. And you could, in case you have to hack the whole blockchain to get in. You get what I'm saying?
Interesting. I like it.
I'm not too technical. I just understand. I love how to make money, and I understand. You know, I'm not a technical guy. I ain't got none but a 9th grade education, but I know money when I see money.
Hey, you know more about it than I do, so I can't. you don't worry, you're good, bro.
Now that's why I asked you last night. You remember I asked you, do you think Bitcoin going to proof of work or the proof of stake? And yes, it's going to proof of stake. Everything is if you do your research on the Metallica's ecosystem, it's already ISO compliant. It's already working with FedNow, U.S. Faster Payments Council. They done onboarded over 13 credit unions right now, and 20 more is waiting in line.
That you know what? I'm gonna have to look into that one because now I'm like turned on to it. I like it. I thought you were gonna tell me XRP, man.
Nah, I'm not the XRP popped my cherry, you know, but XPR network is faster than XRP. It does 4,500 transactions per second.
But is it safer?
It's way safer.
Right. I think there's a lot of technology out there as far as XRP goes that's faster and safer.
Mhm.
And I feel like XRP is a bit of a dead technology. And as time goes by, a lot of these projects are going to fall to the wayside.
Mhm.
You know, obviously the narrative through social media is really pushing the XRP thing, bro.
That's why I push Metallicus.
Yeah, I think with XRP, it's going to have its place in something, right?
Mhm.
It's going to do something.
It's
But
the ledger. It's the ledger. Think about it. XRP ledger. It's the accounting ledger, digital accounting ledger. That's how I look at it. I'm just using common sense, right? That's how I see it.
yeah, but who's even using the ledger? It's like the lowest used, ledger that's out there. So I don't know. I think a lot of the XRP stuff is moon cheese, but you had mentioned XLM. XLM was my first one that I really got into, that and XRP long time ago. And I like XLM better because, it's a public traded company and they don't own all the supply, and I see it as more of like daily money, right? Like an actual like stuff that retail is going to use to transact. Maybe not institutional, but retail definitely. Like XLM's going somewhere. And
yes, it is.
I think a lot of people, they see XLM and XRP as kind of like the same thing, but they're not. Like different companies are owning and operating them. They're very similar, but they're not the same.
Can I speak on that right fast?
Yeah,
I was
please.
on the live the other night, and the guy was like, XRP and XLM the same. I said, does XRP have smart contracts? He said, no. I said, XLM has smart contracts. They have sorbet built inside of their ecosystem so that they don't have to go up, institutions don't have to go off chain to do transactions, so they do everything in-house. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
So-
XRP is technically supposed to be having smart contracts come to
With
the
Flare?
ledger. Yeah, so that it's speculative though. There's no real concrete anything about it yet.
You got to wrap the XRP for it to have it as a smart contract. With XLM, it already got the Rust Solidity built inside of the ecosystem.
Yeah. Another this is a little off topic from all this, but I have a theory
Okay.
that native tokens
hmm
are obsolete altogether. I mean, though there will be some that have like some use case in the background, but won't really produce much value. I believe that stable coins is the future of everything. And they say no CBDCs, and like that's how the Clarity Act's written, that's how the executive order is written. But stable coins is CBDC without the label.
Yep. That's all it is.
Yeah, and it seems like that's the direction everything's headed, right? It seems like we are moving towards a CBDC type society. And think about like everyday, transactions and stuff. Let's say, we move to a digital world and currency where they're like, all right, we're going to give you, you worked all week, we're going to give you your paycheck and you're getting paid in whatever token, right? If the value fluctuates and you get paid, you might have to wait before you can spend your money. You might have to, or you might have to spend it all right away because it's going to go down. Like, you know what I mean? It doesn't really make sense in real world application, but stablecoins does. And with it earning APY, now obviously they're trying to take away the APY. And that's why we want the Clarity Act, but we need to amend it a little bit more. We'll talk a little bit more about that later. But, stablecoin seems to be like, if we're really looking at adoption and the move towards using this as the way we operate as a society, it seems like stablecoins is the more likely option. And a lot of stablecoins don't need native tokens to operate. What do you think, bro?
You got a point there. I know one thing, like with the a lot of stable coins, think about this though, Oz. There's gonna be a lot of friction with different stable coins, right? because this bank having this stable coin, this bank having that stable coin, right? So that's what Metallic has created, something called the XMD stablecoin. You can mint the XMD with USDC, with Tether, with PayPal, with RLUSD. You can, and it's 1 for 1, and don't
But
ever lose its
is
value.
there a transaction fee in doing that though?
Nope.
See, that's a good thing, because I really feel like if that's the case, and like we got Amazon coin and Walmart coin and all these different coins, because they're all those two coins I just named exist. They're making them happen right now. So if we don't get a hold on that, then what we're going to see is the new overdraft fee or transaction fee is going to end up becoming transaction fees from stablecoin to stablecoin. And then that's wherein lies the native token, maybe somewhere in facilitating that. But with Metallicus, you telling me that it don't do that. Now, dude, you're turning me on to it. Now I got to look into this thing. Now I got to look into it. But hey, all my warriors out there, my little minions that research everything, we got to look into this Metallicus thing, because if what you're saying is true,
go look into it. You'll be back.
Yeah.
Echo came over. Echo, Mims, like they all coming because they see the compliance. They see what is built. You can go look up the Metal L2 stack, the EVM stack. All of that's, everything is the banking layer, right? All of that's coming over there. Everything coming over there.
Interesting. I like it, bro. I like it.
See, the A-Chain, right? The Metal blockchain A-Chain is built on top of the Avalanche protocol, but they basically enhance the Avalanche Snow protocol. So when you get inside of these sandboxes, you can do up to 100,000 TPSs per second.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, we're gonna look into that more, because like anybody can just say stuff, right? But like me, like I'm based on hard facts, right? So I'm gonna look into this thing. We're gonna find it, and obviously I don't shill coins, right? There's been a few I've been like, hey, I like this project, I think it's cool, I'll do some TA on it or whatever, but I'm not really a coin shiller. That's not what I do. But
me neither.
If there's a good project out there, like you're saying, that's what we're all here for, right? We're all speculating on what is the next money, right? What is it going to be?
Go look it up. Look at your research and get with me tomorrow.
Yeah. We'll do this again for sure. I 100%, bro. Like,
hey, and also with XLM, right? I still buy XLM. I still buy Stronghold. You know, they're partnered with Security, right? And then ZK Verify is now partnered with Security and coming to the Stellar Network for the privacy, because that is the new stock market, the Stellar Network.
Interesting.
You got a Lobster wallet?
No, most of what I do is Cardano stuff, right? Because like I've been all about Cardano, because like I said earlier, like I believe the next narrative and everything is like privacy and security. So Cardano has Midnight, Glacier Network, right? And Cardano was the only blockchain that's never been hacked. That changed like a week ago. So they got hacked for the first time. And then Cardano was created to operate with Bitcoin. So it's supposedly you're going to be able to hold custody of your Bitcoin on Cardano and stake it there. But it seems like that narrative's starting to shift. So now I'm like, okay, like what is it going to be? Because like, you know, we keep getting like these little bits, right? And we're speculating on it, trying to figure out what it's going to be. And it's always something new and something whatever coming out. So yeah, I'm looking for the next thing right now. So maybe you found it.
Not me. I thank DeFi King for finding it. He helped me find it. DeFi King, CCS. I'm gonna show you something.
CCS is good. Yeah, I like him.
Yeah, CCS. That's where I learned the most of it from. See, this is the loan markets right here on the Metallicus ecosystem. You can come over here and earn against your digital assets. And it's a compliance. It's all compliant through the BS Bank Secrecy Act, FedNow, and U.S. Faster Payments Council. You're getting 16% on your USDC. You can bring your Bitcoin over here and lend and borrow against it. This is the lending and loan market. Like you can bring your Stellar That's the metal dollar right there. The one I was just telling you about, the XMD.
And that's Metallicus right there.
Yeah, this is their DEX right here. They Linden protocol system. This is HBAR. You can bring your HBAR and lend it.
Really?
Yeah. Then metal Dow. That's the that right there is the L2 layer, the banking layer right there. That's the governance token of the ecosystem. You got Dogecoin. You got Cardano.
Governance token. That's another name for meme coin.
It's another name for Bean Coin.
Yeah, governance token is basically, this is a meme coin, but if you hold it, you have voting rights.
Yeah. That's what it is.
Exactly. Shiba Inu was the first governance token, and dude, I round tripped that bag like a noob, bro. I made a lot of money that I lost. That was a sad bag to see.
You can farm and lend. They got their own DEX. The WebAuth wallet is the most secure wallet. So you can farm. Let me see. Let me go over
You
here.
can farm on it too, huh?
Yeah.
Can you lend your crypto there for other people to leverage?
Yeah, that's what I was just showing you over here.
Yeah. Okay.
Right here, the loan market.
Interesting.
Yeah, right there. Then you can lend it and borrow against it.
Yeah. Oh, you can borrow also. Nice.
Yep. You see, lend and borrow against it.
That's a nice little gem there, bro. I have to admit, that's a nice little gem.
Coinbase does it, but Coinbase is not Bank Secrecy Act compliant and working with FedNow.
It will be though. I'm not worried.
Yeah.
I hate Coinbase, man.
Me too.
Coinbase is trash. Every time I try to trade on it, bro, I get signed out like right when something's happening, or like try to cash out when it goes out. The network's down. I can't use it. Charts never work right. I hate it, bro. It's so slow. I just can't. And the fees,
As soon as you go
man.
to FedNow, you see Metallicus. They don't even make sense to me.
That's on FedNow.
FedNow web. Yep.
And FedNow is the new federal digital currency that they're doing, where they're going to make payments through IRS and everything else. Interesting. Bro, this is the one, man. If that's the case, everything you're telling me is true, but the fact that it's on the FedNow. Now, is FedNow using anything else? Or is it just
Stronghold
working
with FedNow? Yep.
Yeah, anything that's connected with FedNow is more than likely going to be adopted in some way.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like they're probably going to have, multiple projects and then maybe go with one later on. Because, government payouts, for like disability and stuff, it used to go through Bank of America. Now it's through some other thing now. So obviously they switch and transition, but I think you got a gem right there, bro. I really do. That's awesome.
Hey, I'm gonna send you you had to send me your information. I got a bot already. So to let you know I've been doing something. TikTok that gave me a bot, and I ain't even got about 4,000 followers.
For real?
Yeah, I got a bot, man.
Oh shit! All mine's organic.
Yeah, I built my page organically, but somehow they got a bot that made a page. Somebody made a page, and I got a bot now.
You know what? Eventually, bro, and you probably already have them now, where there'll be fake accounts of you, right?
That's what I'm talking about, the fake accounts.
Yeah. Dude, I realized this the other day. I'm a lot bigger than I realize, because there are bot accounts that have hundreds of thousands of followers, and they steal my content and repost it. And so I realized, I'm like, honestly, I don't care about the recognition. I care about the message, right? I want to make a difference in this world. I want to do something positive with my life. I want to, that's part of why I wanted to talk about, the first subject of like the whole prison thing, and like shed some light to the community that like there are some serious atrocities that are happening to people. These are people, not animals. Like, and even animals, I wouldn't treat animals that way, man. It's bad. It's bad.
You got to think, for 4 ounces I got in my last case, I got 9 years for 4 ounces.
That's crazy, man.
For
I'm sorry.
real.
And it's not like you tried to hurt anybody. Like my charges, I get it. Obviously,
Yeah.
any other state, if I hadn't been in California, I wouldn't have got charged. I was on
And
my
not here,
own.
because we got open carry. You ain't got to have gun license in West Virginia or
Right.
Tennessee.
In California, guy with gun equals bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's the problem is out here. But honestly, I feel like God put me through that situation and then put me where I'm at today so that I could eventually shed light on what's going on and make a difference. You know, I think everything happens for a reason. And I think that's why, you know, I don't know your whole situation, but we all go through things. God puts us through the fire to refine us. Like silver.
It's just like making a sword. What they do when they make a sword?
Right. They hammer it and they reheat it and they hammer it and they reheat it until finally it's a fucking katana that can cut through anything. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I feel it. And dude, I'm glad to see you out and free, man, and with us. And I want you to know, like, you got my backing and support. I'm here for you, bro. Anything you need. Guys, make sure you follow my brother right here, Prison to Blockchain.
Thank you, Mr. Page.
Send him some gifts, whatever. Appreciate it. I don't care if you send the gifts to him. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, as long as the gifts are coming in, the algorithm's going, like, I'm happy. Like, that's all that matters. So give to my guy. I don't need it. I need the engagement, man. Like, that's where I'm at with everything is like, I just want to get the message out there. And
Can I say this, Oz, after you done?
What's that?
Can I say after you done? Can I say
No, go
something?
ahead. I basically all I'm saying is like my whole goal here is to spread the message, and you know the whole prison thing is part of the message that I wanted to share, and I felt that you were the best person to bring that enlightenment with, you know, like, and I appreciate you backing me on everything I was trying to do here.
Yeah, and I want to say this, you know, since we connected, right? And I've been making connections. Like the other day, I got connected in the prison ministry live. So the universe is putting us in position, right? We already in position to be wealthy with these digital assets, right? So it's going to be upon us because with great reward comes great responsibility. So that's why I quit my job in Tennessee to come back to West Virginia, so I can rebuild communities, change you know, send the mindset of certain individuals, you know, and help keep individuals out of prison or go back to these institutions and talk to certain individuals. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know, in the Bible it says it is easier to thread a camel through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom. So in order for God to allow us to become rich and wealthy, we have to have a strong mental fortitude and not allow it to change who we are, and not let it distract us from what our goal and our plan is here, because he giveth and he also taketh away.
Taketh away. Look at David.
Yeah.
He
Absolutely.
can leave the fiery women alone.
Yeah, everybody's got their vice and none of us are perfect, but the moment we lose sight of what the overall goal is here, that's the moment he brings us back to earth, right? And so as warriors, because you and me right now, we're fighting on the front lines of freedom, right? Talking about this subject and these atrocities that are happening to people is part of that fight, I believe anyway. You know, they say 75% of the people that are in prison or locked up are innocent. And honestly, I think you're innocent, because it also says in the Bible that it's not what goes into a man that defiles him, but what comes out of him. Right? So who is the government to mandate or dictate any of that activity that you were up to? You know, you're just a businessman in my eyes.
Yep. And you think about it, let's go back. They put it here.
Yeah.
They go back to Contra, go back to Oliver North. You know what I'm saying?
and like the CIA, they allow certain amounts of whatever to come in, and then they take down whatever shipment and seize that, and they take that Bitcoin and whatever that they seize now too, and that's just them getting their cut. It's just a whole ring of it, man. And our government is doing way worse than trafficking drugs. Now, we can't talk about it here on TikTok, but on the other platforms, they're involved in some shady shit, you know.
Hell yeah.
Schmepstein stuff, you know.
And that's what I believe happened with the Venezuela situation. It was the deep state playground. So what Trump has been assigned to do is to take down the deep state, and he did that. We're going to Cuba next.
Yep. They're going to come to my front door one of these days, man. And I'm okay with it. That's what I'm here for. I'll see you in the gulags, my boy. I tell you what, like, I feel like I went through what I went through to prepare me for the fight I'm about to fight, you know, because I believe that this war is being fought in our minds and on our phones and on our TV screens. And that's why I've been put into the position I've been put into, because, like I said earlier, is we are fighting on the front lines of freedom right now. You and me, we are warriors.
Definitely are.
And one day is probably going to come bite us in the ass. But I think that we were put through the fire. We were put through to prepare us for what's to come, whatever it may be. So may be it.
Yeah, we had to go through it. We had to.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that, because, like, yeah, I learned so much, man. And, like, I understood economics and macroeconomics and stuff, like, before getting locked up, but being in that environment and controlling the economics of the section like that, and then throughout the whole building, it really enlightened me to how the market structure actually works, how the global economy actually works, because it's really essentially the same thing on a much smaller level, like the smallest it could possibly be, and you actually get to live it and experience it as a nation, because in there, you as the individual are like your own nation. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, so very enlightening experience.
Hey, you know what though? I just thought about something. You said we on the front line. We're basically this right what we doing right here is called social commerce, as you know. We're going to be like the new newscasters, you know, getting up here to talking to the people, because they love our likeness. You get what I'm saying? We're relatable.
Yeah.
In this new world, you know, we're going to give them the information, you know, that they need.
I mean, that's basically what I do now. Is like, we're a news show. I have the right here. Like, this is our little flyer right here. Let me pull it up on the screen here.
You got to put yourself in the big screen. I can't see it.
So this is the flyer I give out to people on the show.
Okay.
Right. And basically it says financial news media outlet and technical analysis, offering one-on-one coaching and technical analysis classes. Our news media outlet consists of 3 journalists, right-wing, left-wing, moderate, along with Jesse, our on-site live broadcast fact checker. So, like, that's what we do. Like, I'm a news anchor. I'm just the anchor. I'm the personality, right? We have the journalists that now I had to lay off a lot of the journalists, right? But we still have the IT guy, and we have Jesse, and Jesse's basically acting as the journalist now. I'm hoping to like get everything boosted back up to where we were, because man, before TikTok did this whole like reset of everything, and basically you know, China and the US fighting over who's going to have control of it. Before that, man, we had like 300 people in the live, and I had like 200 subscribers, and you know, we were raking in money. And so like I could afford to pay all these people, and I was like, hey, we're going to do all this stuff. So I built this whole studio and bought all this equipment and everything. And then it all just went like overnight. And so, like, I took a little break for the holidays, and, like, now I'm back at it. I'm like, okay, they're going to redo everything. They're resetting the algorithm. There's a deal. I'm hoping that maybe we get back to where we were. So time will tell. But yeah.
Do you think we would go to the Web3 platforms as far as like connecting your digital wallet to these social media platforms?
We already are. I'm live streaming on a layer 2 of Ethereum right now. It's called Abstract, and I get paid in crypto for my time that I live stream, and I get paid for my engagement, so for likes and everything. My wallet is connected to it, and people can tip me in cryptocurrency, in stable coins, and I'm doing it right now.
Damn, you gotta teach me that.
Nigga, hold on, I'm gonna pull it up right now. Check this out. So this is Abstract right here. We're live streaming. This is my wallet right here. All right. So there's rewards. So I earn XP for the time that I go live, right?
Mm-hmm.
I earn these little badges that I get into my wallet or whatever, I can trade. So I can, trade Ethereum, Pudgy Penguins, Absternute, whatever, for whatever token right here. I can use USDC, USDT, right? I got my wallet.
I like that.
I got like $18 in it right now, but that's just what I've earned on this platform. And like the markets have gone down. It was actually quite a bit more. I just don't spend it. I'm just letting it accumulate in there.
Yeah.
And then there's the live streams, right? So all these people are live streaming. Look at, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 people ahead of us. So we're the number 4 live stream on Abstract right now.
Damn.
Top of the
I
charts.
gotta get on Abstract.
Right here. Top of the charts. And then on top of it, you can also develop. So there's games you can play. There's all these different games and apps that you can play and discover. And they're all listed right here. And you can also develop stuff here. So let me see here.
Man, so much stuff nowadays.
So like if you're a dev, you can create your own like smart contracts and different protocols and things on the this layer 2 and develop. Maybe it's this right here. I think it's because of how I have it opened up right now. But there's a lot to it. We've only been on for like a couple months. We got like 219 followers, and these are real people. There's no bots allowed on this site. That's all
why
tracked.
I asked that.
Yeah, it's all tracked by your wallet and stuff, right? So it's on the blockchain. So there's no fake accounts. It has to be linked to like a real person. So it's real engagement, real people. And like everything that I had, I made a few trades in here as well. Like, so I had some other tokens. You can also store your NFTs. You got your whole transaction history is all like, so every one of these transactions is where somebody either sent me money or I earned money from going live on the live stream. So that's every one of these transactions. And they're micro right now, but I see a long-term potential and go. With this. So this is definitely like the future of live streaming happening before
I like
eyes.
that.
And
go ahead. I like that.
Yeah. I feel really blessed to be a part of Abstract because you actually right now not anybody can live stream on it. You have to be approved and you have to prove engagement and different things just to get on it. Like there's a bunch of creators that are on here. They're asking me, hey, how do I get on there? How do I get on there? I'm like, I mean, these are the steps. And if you want to take the steps, I will point you in the right direction, bro. And I will help you out. But like, I got lucky. I was in the right place at the right time. They only allow so many creators at a certain amount of time every so often. And they've had 2 waves of onboarding of creators. One was in January and one was like a couple months ago. And then that is it. They haven't allowed new people and they only allow so many at a time. But if you're interested in getting into it, man, I'll point you in the right direction and think of it as a long-term goal. Even if it took you 6 months to get it took me 3.5 months to get into it.
Yeah.
once you get in, you're at the beginning stages of something massive here. So
Exactly.
yeah, and
Exactly. I love being at the ground floor.
right. And dude, think about it like this, bro. We're here on TikTok, right? We're live. I've been live for 2.5 hours. We made like $11, right? In like gifts and stuff, right? I'm sure you made a couple bucks in gifts, but that's money that people sent us. On Abstract, we're getting paid for our time, right? So the longer and the more I live stream, the more money I'm making.
Damn.
That's,
So if you live streaming all day long, you making money.
well, see, I used to do that. So I have a whole year of going live Monday through Friday, 5 to 9 p.m. Right? So 4 hours of content, 5 days a week. I've got terabytes of footage all recorded. And so they allowed you, as long as you had a disclaimer, you could live stream like that. And that was like when it was in the beginning. Last month, they updated their entire thing, right? So for like 2 or 3 months, I just live streamed around the clock, right? And I was just collecting, and that's why, like, I made like $20, but it's really more like I made like a couple $100 because the markets just continued to go down. And that's one of the problems. Is like, okay, like we're getting paid in crypto, some of it's in stable coins I'm getting, but the way I see it is right now where I'm at is I'm live streaming, and the markets are only going to go probably up from here as far as Pengu. Right, it's bottomed out, and that's mostly what I make is like Pengu or ETH or whatever, right? So I see it as like I'm just going to accumulate it on here by going live, and eventually it'll take off, and that $20 will be $20,000 in a couple years. I'm cool with that. Like, I am cool with that. So I'm patient.
You got to be in life. That's one thing we learned in the situations we were in: patience.
Absolutely.
A lot of people don't have that, because you had to, especially like this, like say you go in a commissary line, like when you in prison, like you got to stand there for hours. Hours. You standing in the commissary, and then right, as soon as you finish with your bag, you go through the commissary line. You can't leave. You got to still sit there till they do the next move. Because they only do 5-minute moves. And
you had to like check everything, make sure it's there. And if it's not, they take it all back. Like, oh man, that was awful.
So it's a little different in prison, you know what I'm saying? Because you go into the commissary store.
Right.
And you hand them your slip, and you just right there, you know what I'm saying? And they fill in your slip. But you in a room just full with your unit. This is just your unit's day to go to the commissary. Y'all all in there. And you stuck locked in there.
In county, they'd bring it to the section, right?
Yeah,
and everybody be in a line, they'd call out the number or whatever, and you come up and you get your bag or whatever. But you had to check it right there. And if it wasn't, you walked away with it, you didn't get it.
See, I ain't do that much time in the county. I only did when you go into federal prison, they get you out of there because they got to pay for that bed.
Right.
So when you're in the county and you're a federal inmate, they don't want you in there long.
Right.
And you're not with everybody else. Like you're not with state individuals. They got a whole pod just for federal inmates.
We had federal inmates in my section.
They did?
Yeah.
Okay. In mine, they didn't. Where I was at in West Virginia.
I was in a medical tank at that time, so they had like mixed people. So like,
that's why they did.
Yeah,
medical tank.
Yeah, they had all levels in there, like, and because my charges were pretty high. I had a assault with a firearm with intent and all kinds of add-ons and extensions or whatever on them. So like I was in with the murderers. And 99% of the people that I was locked up with took someone's life. There were people on death row in my section. Or at least facing death row. Like they hadn't gotten their they hadn't been charged yet. They're like going through court or whatever.
Yeah. Hey, some you grew when you grew up in our neighborhoods, like you grow up with them type of guys. You know what I'm saying? That's already that they say never been caught for those things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, I know serial K's. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't know. I don't know that they did it, but you just can. You know how the streets be talking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Revolution. I forget what the figure is, but it's like one in so many people are that you're around have killed somebody or unalived somebody, and have and there's like a statistic of how many people are serial, whatever, you know. So like, yeah, it's more than people realize. Like you've been in contact with somebody that's taken a life.
Everybody has.
Everybody.
All 46 people in his live them probably have.
I didn't realize how common it was until I got locked up. Right? I didn't realize just how, I wouldn't say normal, but common. Like it happens a lot more, and it's not always, you know, in the news, because it just happens all the time. And I think they don't want people to think that it's happening all the time, but chances are it's happened in your neighborhood, in your area, on your block, whatever it is. It's happened there recently.
Yep.
Yeah, the world is not all sunshine and rainbows.
It's not. And you know, one thing that I've learned, right? I like when we as in reading the Bible, I like the allegory story, Tower of Babel. It's an allegory story, you know. And one thing I've learned when I study comedic knowledge, that we all are God's children at the end of the day. You know, it's just the soul has a duality, male and female duality. And when we take physical form, we come to this life to experience. You know, that's what this life all about, is unconditional love. This is a matrix we live in. It's a maze. It's a game. All of this is a game. But how you gonna play it?
Oh, there's Revolution. She says the average person will cross paths with approximately 16 to 36 emitters.
Mm-hmm. Easily.
Yeah. I did more than that, guaranteed. Guaranteed.
and but you know, them guys that have done that, they're just regular guys. You know, they don't. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
or women, they not.
There was this one guy, the nicest guy, you know, and I kind of like befriended him. You don't have no friends in there when you're locked up. You ain't got no friends, but like you have people that, you know, that you coexist with well, right? There's this guy, man, like we were coexisting, and like we got along, and like, you know, we were in prayer group together and doing Bible study, and we're always talking. We walk together every day, right? And then I found out what he did, and I was just like, whoa, it is horrific what he told. I can't even say it on this app. You know,
I believe it.
Yeah, maybe one of these days we'll do a Twitch Abstract exclusive where we can basically say whatever we want. But here I can't tell you. But man, when I found out what he did, I was like, I can't talk to you anymore, bro. Like I can't. It was that bad. Like,
I believe it too,
dude.
I believe it.
It was so bad, and I only found out because basically someone that knew who he was like came into the section next to us, and like they wanted him, right, because of what he did. And I was just like, oh, bro, like, nah, you should have told me that a long time ago, bro. It ain't cool. It ain't cool.
It ain't.
Yeah.
You know, when I did my state time in Ohio, like they mix and mingle you with the M people, the murderers. They mix and mingle you with them. But when you're in federal prison, those people can't come down to the lower level. They have to stay in higher securities. You know what I'm saying?
Like
behind
level 2,
fence.
level 1.
Yeah. They have to. But like when you in the state prisons, they don't care. They put you all together.
All of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I was in Ohio. Yep, TikTok seller. I was in Ohio, London, and Noble in Ohio. London Correctional Facility and Noble Correctional Facility in Ohio.
Yeah.
He said, TikTok seller said Ohio.
I was in several of the worst county facilities in California.
I believe it too.
They moved
It's
me
rough out
around
there.
quite a bit. Yeah, it was bad. One
And all of
place
those
was
G
not so
labels.
bad, but the place that was not so bad that they had me, that's where they had me in the dungeon. So like,
Mhm.
I didn't get to experience the nice grass outside and like
Yeah.
all the different things that were great about it.
Mhm.
But man, I was actually in one of the worst places you could be in Southern California.
And think about this in Cal, y'all got them G people, the G's. You know what I'm talking about. I don't want to say that word.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of that out there.
Yeah. And the PCs too, man. You think that you can just PC up in there? They don't just let anybody PC up, and they'll even put PCs in GP.
Mhm.
Which is crazy in county. Like and like, so I mean, there's some foul people that were in there, and like, you know, sometimes you gotta put in work. I don't want to scare people, but like, there are times I had to put in work. You know, they make you do it. You don't have a choice.
Or you gonna get ran up top. Or they're
Yeah.
gonna try to run you up top.
Yep. It's either you or them, and you're like, well, fuck, this is what they did. I guess they have it coming to them. You just gotta
Yeah.
you try to rationalize it, I guess, but it's politics, man. It's all that politicking.
Yep. It's all about politics in there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's why we are, and we went through that. You know, we can talk about it now, but here we are now. We are on the verge of rebuilding communities, on the verge of being great people, you know, successful individuals, you know. Look what we got going on here.
I know.
Look what
right?
I created. I got over 120 members in 3 months in Prisoner Blockchain in the community in 3 months.
That's awesome.
And it's still
bro.
going.
Yeah, and you know, I'm growing too here as well. Like just having you on and having this real conversation, like viewership is starting to go up. Like I appreciate you coming on, like, because you know, honestly, I think a lot of the community is a little burnout on, you know, talking about the same shit all the time. Like, it's a bit of a refresher to like speak on these things, you know, because like I said, it's not. I'm trying to get your attention with your wallet, but I have a message that I'm here to spread. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to do anyway. And I feel like you're doing the same thing, like, because like that's why your name is what it is, and like you're trying to, you know, pull people up instead of push them down. And that's why I was so called to you. Like I seen you and I was like, man, I need to reach out to this guy. We need to link up. I had to do it before you got too big, bro, and then I fly under the radar.
Hey, listen, I'm still gonna be a humble guy, you know, because that's just who I am, you know. Like I had money already. This little stuff don't bother me, you know. You know, when you 10, 15, 16 years old with $50,000, $60,000, that's nothing, you know. That's been my life. So nowadays, like being big, I'm still going to work on houses. I'm still going to work Carhartt paintings and vans and being a normal guy.
Yeah, same here, man. Like I'm retired off this. I don't know if you know my story, but I retired in January last year.
That's what's up.
So I've round tripped like every bag, every cycle, bro. I've been in this since 2016. I just can't. Okay, so I've been a trader since I was like 18, right? In the stock market mostly. I got into crypto, and I just had this feeling like, oh, okay, like it's gonna go more, right? And then it didn't. So I round tripped my first bag in like 2017, right? And then the next time it happened was in like it was like 2020, right? We had that other bull run, and I was like, okay, well, all this COVID stuff happening and everything, this time it's different. You know what I mean? And I fucking round tripped again, bro. I was like, it can only go up. They're resetting everything. They're doing all, because everyone's talking about the great reset and everything and all that stuff. all the narratives that we're being taught about adoption and everything that you're hearing right now, there's nothing new about it. We've been hearing that since day one.
Yeah.
And so this time, finally, I was like, I learned my lesson. I was like, I'm taking profits. I'm getting out when it tops. Like I'm not round tripping again. Like I could have been retired years ago.
Yeah.
You know, and so finally I was like, and that's why I'm here, is like to help people and let them know, like, hey, I know adoption's happening, but it ain't happening right now. You got time. So like take profits still. You got to make the money real. And this was what we were talking about last night on your live. What was his name? We were talking
Crypto Cliff.
Yeah, Crypto Cliff. As we were saying, is like, you got to take profits. It ain't real until it's in your bank account. You got to, and most the creators on here, they're preaching the word of just buy it and hold it forever. And they're preaching that at the top of the cycle. They're literally telling you to buy and hold Bitcoin at 100K. That ain't right. And they know better. They know damn well better that it probably ain't going higher. Maybe it is. Maybe they think it is. I don't know. But I'll tell you what, most of these people that are telling their communities to buy are selling on top of their people. They're using their own followers as exit liquidity while they're collecting gifts in the chat.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
That's why I tell people, like, for me, I missed the train for Bitcoin. You know, I ain't spending that type of money to get into that asset. So I'm looking for these lower hanging fruits. I ain't gonna lie to you. Put $30 in there, get 400,000 tokens. That's how I did Loan Protocol, XPR Network. Got in early, you know.
Yeah, I think that's another problem, is like thinking like, oh, I have a lot of tokens, therefore I could potentially make more money. What we have to look at is we have to look at not only the price, but the partnerships with the project, and also the supply ratio to the market cap. Yeah, exactly. And that's when, so the Metallicus, I'm going to look into that, all the tokenomics on it, and see where
love it.
Where can we go with this project? Because everything you're telling me, I like it. I hope it's right, because like that's the next thing for me. And like, we talk about diversification and whatnot. Like I keep a diversified moon bag, but my trading coin is very centralized, right? So whatever I'm trading like one or two at a time. I'm not trading, 80 different tokens. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Just better with like basic Bitcoin, Ethereum.
No, I'm more into small caps.
Okay.
I like small caps. I'm actually starting to get into meme coins. I know I'm a DJ, bro.
Ain't nothing wrong. Hey, you an OG? You could do that now. You playing around. You can make a little money here.
Exactly. I'm just, I got linked in with Crypto Rap, and he's been like showing me a thing or two, and some of his filters he uses and stuff, and like I've been making big plays. I did like 1,000% the other day off of a coin he called out, and I'm only playing with a couple bucks, but like, hey, that's real money. Like,
hell yeah. Hey, I found a Polymarket token on Solana. I put like $20 in it. When that thing go to a penny, I'm gone.
For real.
I'm gone. I can't hold that. For what?
All right, let's see here. It's about 8:00. Is there any last thoughts you want to leave us before we end the interview here, man? And obviously we're going to do this again, man. I had a blast talking with you, man, and like you touched my heart in so many different ways, man. I'm glad to have you here.
I'm just going to say this for the people in the chat, man. If you do today what others don't do, you can do tomorrow what others can't do.
Damn, that was real. I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Yes, sir.
I'll see you next time. And thank you again for coming on. Make sure
Man,
all of you guys follow Prison to Blockchain. Real dude in the space. Appreciate him. Consider him one of the fam here, the crypto fam. All right. Take care, brother.
All right. Take care, boss. Thank you.
Absolutely. All right, guys, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share the show with your friends, share the show with everyone you know. thank you all for showing up. Start tapping that screen. Show some love. Appreciate it. Thank you for all the gifts. We had a few gifts for myself and for our guests here. Thank you very much. Let's give a shout out to TikTok Seller, Paige, Revolution, Saints, MVP. Let's see. Man Friday, D-Joy, Tasha, Seamont, Mr. Squirrel, Starks, Solom Spartan, Miss Evie, who else? We got Run Up the Blockchain, Mother of Dragons, Crypto Rap, Chillwell, Cosmic Crypto, JFM. Thank you all for your wonderful gifts and everything, your support. I appreciate you guys. Looks like TikTok Seller wants some free A. Everybody wants some free A. Throw out a project, and if you are following me and you're hitting that like button, I'll do it for free. Otherwise, it ain't free. All right. I guess that's the small price you got to pay, right? It's still free. It ain't going to cost you nothing. It's just going to cost you a follow and a like. How's that sound? And don't forget to join the Discord, link in my bio. Join the Discord. We've got a lot of sections here. Let me pull it up here for you guys. Let me just show you what we got going on here. So we've got, we got the voice lounge going right here. Let me close that real quick. Oh, shit. Shoot. I'm still kind of learning this. So these are all the sections. So we got our rules, we got announcements, all the different things, right? Different flyers that are happening. We had today's flyer right here. Locked in, not locked out. Right. And then we got news section. So we're posting all the different news articles, what's going on, and which is very important for tracking the markets is you want to know what's going on in the news, right? We want to know if we're going to war. What does this tell you? If we're getting steak and lobster for the Marines, what does that tell you, right? If you know, you know. Also, you know, we got what's going on with Venezuela and different protests. We got crypto news as well. All the different news articles that I cover in the show will all be posted on here. Everything going on. And as you can see, it's stacked up. There's a lot of news to go through. We've got merchandise here as well. We got social media. Social media, different platforms and places we're on so you can find us. We have the knowledge section. This is my favorite section, by the way, knowledge. So we post audio books in here, legal knowledge, how to navigate through the legal system, criminal, civil, financial, how to build trusts and businesses and things like that, books to read, and you can add anything you want to it. We also have survival skills. This is one that I like as well. It's got skills on how to tactics and stuff, like because we play Call of Duty, wound care, first aid, surviving like nuclear explosion, things like that, all kinds of different stuff. We have personal growth where you can it's, you know, mostly like inspirational different things. We have recipes that teach you how to make like homegrown food and recipes and stuff. Then we have like the general crypto. We have wins. Let's look at some of the wins we got. We got 48% right here from G-Rod. We got 31%. We got 206% and 156% from TikTok Seller. We got 231% from G-Rod. We got another 116% from TikTok Seller. These two guys right here, they're doing some real trading and they're making a lot of big wins, guys. So if you're looking to link up, we also have the crypto section where we're doing technical analysis. Yeah, Josh as well. Josh is doing a lot of good stuff. So if you're looking to learn how to trade or link up or copy someone else's trades or whatever, or just get locked in, we're doing a lot of big stuff here, and we're making a lot of wins. And these are on up days and down days. We play both sides of the market here. It's beautiful. And then we got memes, obviously, funny stuff, little jokes and whatnot. We got Down the Rabbit Hole, and Down the Rabbit Hole is active. Okay. We are going through conspiracy theories and different things all day. We're having long debated discussions about different topics. As you can see here, we're just talking about all kinds of different stuff there. We do have a special one that's called Moonshot for anyone that's in the TA class. If you're a part of our technical analysis class, you can be a part of Moonshot, where we do group trading. We have cars where you can post pictures of your cars and what you're doing or whatnot, or what car you want to have. I got some of my cars in here and different projects that I built. So you can post your cars and things that you like, whatever. We got true crime, and one of our next guests coming up is going to be Lisa, the True Crime Corner. She's coming on the show. She does a lot of true crime stuff, serial killers and missing persons, stuff like that. So all those different videos, if you like true crime. We have ghost stories. Now, we don't have any ghost stories yet. This is a new one. Tell us your ghost story and paranormal encounter. If you've ever had a ghost encounter or a paranormal encounter, I want to hear your story. Or if you find a cool one on TikTok or something, you want to post it there. I want to hear these stories so we can talk about them. And because we don't do just crypto, we have multiple shows that we do as well. This is our crypto show, obviously. And so then we also have our TA class, and then we have a voice lounge where we all get together and we basically talk, right? It's a group where people are talking, and I'll be playing video games or whatever, live streaming, and we have it open and everyone's just talking and chatting. And we're all just hanging out, and we're talking crypto. We're talking about all these different sections. So click the Discord link in my bio, join the Discord. If you have any issues with joining the Discord, just copy the link and put it in your browser and it should come right up, no problem. All right, so it looks like we got some people want some TA. Viewer description. Let's do some TA for you, brother. Good to see you. Let's do quant. I guess we could do Kraken. Quant. So Quant is nearing the bottom. I think we're going to retrace back down here to that 59 level. 59.27. It's definitely coming back to 67.45 soon. It looks like a bull flag, but it's not. It's actually a descending, broadening channel, but it's going to break down. I think a lot of people, you're going to see the manipulation happen here. You're going to see a lot of things that look bullish that just really aren't. I think what I see here is kind of a head and shoulders right there. I think we should see back down here around 58. We should. Obviously, that's subject to change. We shall see. Hershey Kisses. Are you following me? Do you follow me? Because don't forget, you got to be following me. I have to see you around. I got to see you at least hitting the like button. At least start hitting the like button so I see you pop up that you're liking. Make sure you follow. That's all I ask. All I ask is that you like and follow, and I will do TA for you. So the next one, Bobby Namadi. Bobby, are you still in the chat? Otherwise, I'm gonna skip over you and we'll go over to Hershey's. Bobby, are you still in the chat? And remember, you gotta be following me. All right. And Bobby, you gotta be hitting the like button. I can see who's liking and who's not, just so you know. All right. So make sure you're liking, Bobby. I see you. I appreciate you. All right. Let's see. Bobby wanted Teo. I will tell you this about Teo. Didn't this one, it was the one the CEO like basically got brought up on charges. This one might be dead, to be honest with you. Yeah, this one's coming down. Yeah, and it kind of looks like it's going to form the cup and handle thing here, but remember, this is a drop into a cup and handle, therefore it is not a cup and handle. Cup and handle only works if it pumps up into it, all right? So it usually has like a long green candles, like double its size. Then you're talking about that. Let's look at the 1 hour. I imagine this thing's coming down. So it looks like it wants to bull flag in the 1 hour, but I'm not buying it. I think what we're actually seeing is a double top. We had a small double top right here, but in the next day or so, we should see something like this. So it's coming back to 220 short term, and that puts us around January 12th. Yeah, so it could potentially come back down here to the wick of 199. It'll probably retest the 199 zone, 200. All right. So just so you know, more than likely that's what's going to happen come the end of the month. We should be, maybe the lowest is 220, right? Or 206. But it's going to come down around this zone here, right? Where this consolidation section is, this is where it's headed. All right. So keep that in mind. We have a double top right here. It's coming down. All right. Let's see who was next. Let's see here. All right. XCN, it looks like. Let's take a look at XCN. XCN. Yeah, same here. XCN is coming down to the low. Expect anywhere between 006 and 004, 003 even, maybe somewhere around there, maybe 003.537. It's probably going to come down to about this price here, either the top of this candle right here or the top of this wick right here. Somewhere around there is where it should come down to. And it could potentially go lower. I could see it coming all the way down to 001. It's definitely likely, especially if the cycle is over. Right? If the cycle is over, this is what they look like, ladies and gentlemen. They shoot up like this, and then they trend down like this. All right, expect to see that. All right, and expect it to, come down to around here or just above it, right? Somewhere around there. That's what you should be keeping an eye out for. Let's see, who was next? It looks like we had Beam. Let's take a look at Beam. Beam. By the way, if you're in another country and you want me to pull this up in Australian or euros or whatever it is that you're trading in, let me know and I can do that for you. It's no different. I'm looking at the numbers, not the I'm doing lightning TA for you. Okay, Beam, there is not enough data here to know where it's going, but I will tell you this, it's coming down. All right, it could potentially, because it's low cap, go to 0.03355. It could potentially, okay, but I'm going to say probably highly unlikely that it's more headed for the downside. I would be looking for sub 0.002, you know, on this, and probably even lower. Okay, this is how these things run, ladies and gentlemen. They go up like this and then they come down like that. All right, so don't be surprised to see it look like that. All right, be careful. I could be wrong. There's just no data, but this is typical, is to see something like this. And it could, like, in between here, go up higher and then come down. It could easily do something like this. Okay, like, none of this is certain. Okay, but I've seen them do things like this where they'll go like here, down, and then up again, and then down. That is also another potential, right? And that's where it would move up to that zone I said, you know. But you're talking about, this is from January to February 4th. That actually lines up with the moon cycle. I'm going to go with this TA. This lines up with our timeline. This is what I'm thinking. This could potentially, it may go less high. It may go up and do like this. It may do, and this is probably more likely. And that's end of January. And that's probably a little more spread out, but it'd probably look something like that. This is probably the more likely scenario. All right. So you'd be looking to buy somewhere around 0.025 and sell around 0.0285. Something like that. That's going to be your, can't really tell on this. There's just no data. Okay, there's no data, but I'll tell you, this is probably going down. I can give you for certain, I pretty much know what the market's about to do right now, so I don't have to look too much. But if I go into the 1 hour, you can clearly see we're building a head and shoulders. Okay, so it's coming down. I don't even need, I don't need to do it. I pretty much know what's happening because the markets have been moving together. So I can pretty much come up with a consensus in the market. And if you want me to validate it with the TA, fine, whatever. But there's your head and shoulders right there. It's coming down. What coin is that? This is Beam. Beam. Oh, you're going to go short it, aren't you? You know, maybe I should go short a bunch of stuff. You know what? Let's get on tonight and do some shorts. Let's get our shorts on, baby. Well, I got some khaki shorts. Maybe I'll put those on tonight with some cargo pockets to hold all the chips that I'm going to be making. Yeah. Bro, we been shorty. I know I do. Honestly, I haven't even been trading, bro. Like, I've been just so busy. Miss Evie says, let's get our shorts on, baby. All right, let's see here. Who is next? What was the next one? Let's see, we did Beam. And then what's the next project? Can you do XRP, please, bro? Yes, I can do XRP. Oh, you're not going to like it. You're not going to believe it. I tell you what, no matter what I tell you, because you want to know what XRP is, you're not going to like anything I have to say. You're not going to like what comes on the screen. Look at, there's our spooky ghost. Our spooky ghost is back on screen. Everybody hit the like button for our spooky ghost friend right here. We've had our spooky ghost on the show for a long time. That's what's up. Let me see here. You know what we're missing right now? We're missing a little bit of tunage. We're missing a little bit of Goat Tribe. There we go. All right. You ready for some free A? XRP is going to fill the fair value gap at 195. And it could potentially go lower from there. XRP is in a descending channel. It's wicked out of it, you know, but yeah, it's coming back down here. It seems like XRP, because of the community has decided that anything under $2 is a buy, right? Which will potentially keep it up. Eventually it will drop below $2, but expect to see these low levels, 190, 180, and 175, and it can potentially come lower. 130 is on the table ish. 130 ish is on the table for XRP, so be ready, because that is the next sub level to fill, around 130. All right, let's see what's next here. We did XRP. Chronos. Let's do Chronos. Let's leave XRP up for a while. XRP is like our baby. Everybody hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, share the show with your friends. Everybody, I need y'all to like right now. So I need to see the likes flying, or I'm just going to stop doing TA, because we've dropped below 20 viewers. I can't have below 20 viewers, otherwise I have to cut the live stream. So we need to get above 20 viewers. Likes, we need gifts, something, boost the algorithm. So if you want me to continue TAing, I need your support. I need your engagement. So anytime we drop below 20 views, I either have to get the engagement or I have to stop the show. It's just what it is, because I'm not going to fall out of the algorithm again. All right, we've finally gotten back into it. I cannot have the algorithm thinking that since the guest left that everyone else is leaving with the guest, because it's going to just push you all to them, and I can't have that. So I need y'all to get me up to 20 viewers. All right, I will do Chronos for you. But after that, if no go, then we're gonna end the live. All right. I mean, it's doing something cool though. It's trending up. Here's the thing is, here's your TA. All right. We got an ascending broadening wedge, which is bearish. Eventually it's going to break down below this, and that's going to take us to basically zero, right? 0.000000 something, right? It's going to come down here to 0.0005, right? That's where it's going to come down to, right about here, when it does fall. Or it just respects this line and just continues to creep upward. I would say your buy zone is between 0.086, 0.085, and basically nothing, 0.00 whatever, right? Anything below that. So here's the potential we could see. We could definitely see it shoot up here again. It could hit, you know, 50 cents. It would probably fall short. I'm going to say 0.047 is going to be your exit point. And I would say even less. I'd say 0.045 is where I'd be getting out. I want to get out a little early. There's plenty of money to be made here. Don't be greedy. I'd even get out at 0.039. I'd start 139ing at, 0.035, 0.039, and 0.45. Excuse me. 0.34, 0.39, and 0.47. That's where I'd 139 out. Your screen is so tiny. I'm sorry. Come to Twitch and you won't have that problem. Send me a follow, and we're multi-streaming on multiple platforms. Other platforms, it's easier to see. I'll tell you what. Here, is that better? Can you see that? Does that help you? I'm trying to help you out, guys. I am. All right, so we're at 15 viewers. I'm gonna call it a night. If you guys want more TA, you got to send a gift now. That's where we're at. So send a gift and I'll stay on. Otherwise, we're gonna call it a night. What is the coin name? It's Kronos. Kronos right here. Kronos. Miss Evie, thank you for the rose. I'll tell you what, I will set a goal, and if we don't reach it in the next 2 minutes, we'll... First of all, okay, we need a heart me. So we need to get a heart me within the next minute, and then we need to get like a galaxy within the next 2 minutes. Otherwise, we gotta call it a night. Because we're dropping below 15. That's where it's at. Oh, thank you for the heart me. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. All right, now we need to get a galaxy, or it needs to be a dollar or two more gift. Oh, you know what? Donuts. I need like 80 donuts. I need 80 donuts like yesterday. Let's see here. Where's the donuts at? There it is. We need 80 donuts. I know that sounds like a lot, but they're like, that's just what TikTok wants. Which is really, like, it's weird because TikTok wants us to basically perform where we were at like months ago. That's basically what it's telling me right now, is that they want us to perform like we used to. Do you guys see any of my goals? Are they even popping up? It didn't even work. I don't know. The live goal thing, it doesn't even work for me anymore. There's the donuts. Yeah, I need like 80 of those though. One ain't gonna cut it. I appreciate though a couple of them. I mean, I need like $5 or $10 to follow in here real quick. Otherwise, we're toast. I'm gonna go ahead and do Cardano for the guy that sent the, what is it? Mike Dillon. I can't pronounce that. I've always been bad about doing it, the names, but I'll go ahead and do Cardano for you real quick, and then we're gonna call it a night, unless I receive like a galaxy in the next couple minutes, because we're just not getting up there. We're at like 16, but it's just not good enough. TikTok wants it, so but I got you, since you helped me get the heart me and complete my goal. I appreciate that. But this might be the last one. Let's see, Cardano. Yeah, Cardano's coming down, broski. Expect to see 0.031 ish, 0.32 or 0.31. So 31, 32 cents, maybe 33. Yeah, it's coming down. It's gonna do something like this. It's gonna come down here. Probably something like that. Probably coming to 20 cents long term. Would that be like June? Yeah, that makes sense. This is March. Yep. That kind of lines up with the timeline. Something like that. It's coming down. It could potentially go up, but it ain't gonna. I just know better. I ain't stupid. Yes, smash that like button, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Share the show with your friends. Follow me on all platforms at Oz the Crypto Goat. All lowercases, no spaces. Thank you guys for the donuts and the roses and everything. I'll continue to TA. We were at like 16, 17, and we're just starting to fall down. Like the likes just aren't coming in. The gifts just aren't coming in. So I'm going to call it a night, guys. Thank you. Unless I receive a galaxy in the next, let's see, we're at 42, 15 seconds, or I'm out. We'll call it at 3 hours and 20 minutes. Nice round number. So yeah, we got to get a galaxy in the next couple minutes, or we're out. All right, that's it. All right, have a good night, guys. Take care. Appreciate you. Make sure you click the Discord link in my bio and get engaged with us. We're going to be trading. I'm also going to be live streaming again on Abstract and Twitch exclusively after this, where you can ask more questions about everything we talked about today, things that we can't say here on TikTok. No, not begging for tips, just trying to get the algorithm boosted. We're trying to get back to where we were. I've been on a break for a little while, but if you want to continue with the show, we're going to continue the show. I'm going to be playing some Call of Duty and doing TA as well for free. Obviously, and we're going to be talking more about everything, but TikTok, it just is what it is. TikTok wants to make money. That's all they care about. All right, have a good night, guys. Make sure you send me a follow. Hit that follow button, guys. All right, have a good night.
Somebody sleeping with somebody else. Just shut the fuck up, keep it to yourself. That's why you won't see me on your latest X-Space, cause you don't have balls to say it directly to my face. They always be talking behind my back, bro, I really don't care, I'm just trying